Marhaban, my friends. It's Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. As always, my name is Tudor Vodov, and I'm back with a 60-second episode of Keeping It Realistic, a show that, as you know, is done in collaboration with Chaos and very much dedicated to our beloved Chaos Campus community. Welcome, everyone, no matter if you are here with us today or watching the recording later. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a collision of two very nice events, the AI course with Nikos and today's episode of Keeping It Realistic. Sorry for that, but things like this happen from time to time. So, of course, we have a special shout out for everyone who decided to be here with us today and join us for this incredible session that we will have in just a minute, because you guys are the ones that make those live sessions feel special, unique, and very, very interactive. Now, talking about today's episode, after two specials, we celebrated 2 years of Keeping It Realistic. And then on the last episode of Keeping It Realistic, we talked about the Beam event in Berlin that I attended as a speaker. And we had the organizers here with Peter and also Abdi and Katzper here who attended this event and traveled from Switzerland and Poland, respectively, to be there and to watch the event live. It was amazing. Now, today we're going back to one of our regular episodes. And I put this regular in quotation marks because our regular episodes are actually exactly as special as the special ones. It's just that the special ones usually tend to feature more people or have some type of a major topic to them. But other than that, it is more or less exactly as exciting, because inviting one of you to be a co-reviewer with me in the show is something incredible. This is something that I enjoy a lot, and you guys seem to enjoy exactly as much. So let's take a look at who my guest today is. My co-reviewer for the day is a wonderful artist whose works are inspiring to many, myself included. It is an artist who shines not only through the very high quality of their visualizations, but also through her very, very kind nature. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me, straight from Palestine, Ulfat Ktaifan. There she is. Hello, Ulfat.
Hello, Theo. Thank you so much. How are you?
It's such a pleasure to have you here on the show. How do you feel?
I'm great, actually. Thank you.
Having a good time? You're not nervous? Or yes, you are, but
Yes.
this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter because we're all here to hear from you, to see you. Your friend Ines is in the comments saying, hey, sending hearts to you. Amit is here, and many, many others are already watching us. So first thing, dear Ulfat, whenever you share your work, it is usually to a great response and to high praise from your fellow artists. This is also my experience with seeing your works, and this is rightfully so. You're just a fantastic artist. We
Thank you.
love your work. And it would be just great to now have you here and hear about your creative journey, but also about you as a person. So please tell us about yourself.
Okay. Can I share my screen, Theo?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Just so you know, people are really, really happy to see you here, right?
Thank you. Okay. First of all, I want to introduce myself. But before this, I want to thank you, Theo, for this opportunity. And it really means a lot to me. And this group, actually, the idea is very interesting because many of us are isolated and they work from home, like me, for example. So being a part of a community really means a lot for many of us. Now I will talk a little bit about myself in brief. I am an architect and interior designer, and I am from Palestine. Uh, I will share about my childhood years. Um, Actually, I grew up in Palestine, and much of my childhood and teenage years was shaped by wars, of course. In those difficult years, drawing became my refugee from everything. So I remember sketching by the candlelight during bombing happening around. but it was my word to escape everything. So you can see here some of the sketches or the drawings I used to do when I was a kid. It's very, very childish. And then in the university, my style developed a little bit because I got the proper guidance, of course. Actually, I studied architectural engineering and graduated in 2012. And after graduation, I moved quickly from working in offices to work from home. And this has been the case for a very long time now. And of course, this wasn't easy because being isolated and focusing only on work can easily lead to burnout. Uh, okay, wait a minute. Is everything okay?
Absolutely. I would
Okay.
love to see more of those, a bit more of a zoom on those drawings of yours. They were absolutely wonderful, honestly, especially the architectural ones.
Yeah.
These are really, really good. This is more than just, architectural drawing. They have a lot of great technique to them, I gotta say. This
Yes.
is this is
Thank you.
really, really good stuff. It seems like whatever you touch turns to gold, right? Uh, just No, it's just really, really good. And I mean,
Thank you.
even your kids' drawings, I don't know how old you were as you were, let's say, the
Uh,
top line,
13, maybe
but
13
there,
or
already
12.
the shading and stuff, it's already there. It's very, very nice. Seems like artistry is just a part of yours, and it's actually nice to see that some people when they have hardships, they just give up. And it seems like in your case, you use the hardship of growing up in conditions of war, which is of course awful. You used it to turn this negative energy into something positive, and this is visible in your work until this day, actually. But yeah, I
Thank you.
didn't want to interrupt you. Just throw in this
No,
because
no, not
those
at all.
drawings were amazing.
Thank you so much. Okay, let me continue sharing my screen. And I will talk about something. Um, okay, as I said before, that I work from home since 2015, so 10 years for now. And as I said, that being isolated all the time can really lead easily to being burnout. Um and actually, at that time, not many of my friends or the people surround me um, were working from home. Before COVID, it was really rare. So no one felt that it's not easy. Everyone was saying, "Oh, you are so lucky to work from home, and you don't have to go to work." Yes, at first it's okay, but then you really feel isolated, and you really feel there's something wrong here. Uh, because I only focus on work from the moment I open my eyes to the moment I sleep.
Mhm.
So I needed to make a routine for myself to balance my life. And here is my first or my favorite thing to do is planting and gardening, especially flowers. If you can see on the screen, these are some of my very very dear flowers. Um, I
You
try
have your
to
garden on your balcony, right?
Yes, it's my balcony. Uh, I plant in small pots on my in my garden in my balcony, and I try to plant different flowers in every season, so I can see them bloom, and this gives me uh, a mental relief and joy, actually. Doing a hobby and uh, having something to wait for other than work can can really do amazing things for your mental health. Our We don't have just to be focusing only on work. Uh,
You go crazy if you do this, and people are really
yes.
looking at the comments. Zaina here says the colors are really nice, which I also wanted to say. We picked
Yeah.
as a topic today. We picked color and saturation, and it's visible that there is a lot of it around you, and it's just beautiful to look at this because this is like life. This is something that you create, that you see the outcome of. It's plants are not let's say if you start studying, you need to go for 3 years to learn something or something like that. But a plant you can plant now, and let's say in a week you already see it growing, and it's just a pleasure to do that. And I absolutely understand. And regarding what you said about, while we were forced to be at home because of the pandemic, I also, I was at home with my wife and kids, and these are my favorite people anyway. So for me, it was kind of cool. But even in this case, it was kind of isolated, even though we were four people. But I had a
Yeah.
friend, for example, who didn't have a relationship or anything at this point, and he was at home, and he said that at home where people have no, let's say there is no control, nobody sees how much they work, but he ended up working way more than he worked when he was in the office, out of boredom, more or less. Like, you send a mail and then you go eat your supper, and then you think like, did somebody answer? Then you go back and they answered, and you're like, oh, I don't like this answer, I'll write back. And then suddenly you're working until 10 p.m. in the evening. And yeah,
Yes.
and being isolated, so I fully understand this with the flowers. And it seems like you have a green thumb. I don't know if this is the expression, but your flowers look amazing.
Yes.
I
Thank
mean,
you. Thank you so much.
there are people who actually manage to kill artificial plants as well, man. I managed to kill one, it just burnt in the sun or something. So you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Actually, my
Wait a
mom
second
told me
before you
how to
continue.
do
Your
this.
friend Ines says we can feel her sensitivity and femininity from the flowers that she's planting to her amazing 3D art. Hmm? You
Oh,
see?
thank you.
So yeah,
Thank you,
sorry for
Nas.
interruptions, but you show interesting stuff, and we
No,
want
no,
to tune
it's
in.
very sweet. Thank you. Okay, I will back to my screen. Okay. Okay. Other thing that I like sometimes to do is walking throughout the old city of Nablus. It's the city I live in. It's Nablus, and this is the old city. So you can see some old streets, old buildings, and houses, markets. Actually, there is no photo for markets here, but I really like to go and walk between these old buildings, and I like the architecture style of it a lot. And also, sometimes I go to walk with my father. He knows a lot of the stories about the city, so this is very, very, very interesting thing for me to do. And sometimes I don't have so much company to go out with, so I just walk with myself. Why not? It's beautiful to see the environment around you. And also, I want to say about my city, Nablus. We are, I don't know the term in English, but they say a sweet tooth. We love sweets very much, and we are famous of a kind of Arabian sweet named knafe. So I wish I can invite you all one time for eating knafe. It's very
I
good.
hope someday there will be a meetup, like an on-site meetup,
Yeah.
and then please bring some, because
Yes.
I think
Yes.
most of us
You will
like
love it.
sweets. At least for Abdi and myself, I can say I think Kasper, who I met in person, he's like too fit for sweets. I don't know, but many of us don't give a damn
Great.
about BMI and stuff like this. We just love sweets. But your city looks amazing, and especially
Thank
if you
you.
have your dad who can, share some stories with you, so
It's
that you don't only see
amazing
the
stories.
architecture,
Yes. Yes.
but you also understand it. It's great. But I can imagine that this is very, very inspiring. And I gotta
Very
say, I love
inspiring.
those Arabic arches, and also those courtyards, which we don't find many. Like in ancient Rome, they were very, very popular, and I love them
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
nowadays, I don't know, maybe because of lack of space, or I don't know, but they're not as popular as and I think they're amazing.
By the way, this courtyard is in a soap factory, in a very
Oh,
ancient soap factory, and Nablus is known by the traditional kind of soap, which is made from olive oil. So I think it's the most beautiful factory I've ever seen.
this, yeah, definitely. Me
Yeah,
too. Amit says sometimes spending time with yourself. This is because you said sometimes when you have no company, you just walk on your own. So Amit continues. Sometimes spending time with yourself helps you regather your thoughts and discover
agree.
yourself.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Totally.
Okay. Okay. So, like you've seen, in general, my life is quite simple, and I learned to enjoy the or to find the joy in the small and everyday things, everyday life. So that's all about my personal life. Uh, look at these renders. These are my very first renders I've ever made in my life. Actually, I learned 3D Max in 2009 during university, and this was the very, very first tutorial I've ever made. It was very famous back then. I don't know if you guys remember this tutorial. It's how to make colored glass or stained glass. Actually, it was the first thing I've ever made on 3D Max. I mean, tutorial. But this was the first time in my life to hit render, and it was on AutoCAD. And this was the first render I've ever made on a 3D Max. And these are one of my early renders. I know they are very hideous, but I wanted to say my relationship with the renders and 3D Max. As I told you, I liked drawing before and arts, and I wasn't accepting the to digitalize these things. I liked hand drawing more, and actually, I hated 3D Max at first. Actually, I hated renders,
Who did?
and I find it was very very complicated for me, especially that most of you guys, I feel that you like rendering before because of um, many of you liked computer games and graphics. Computer graphics, but for me this wasn't the case. I didn't like computer games at all, but I had to do it for my studying at first, but everything changed when I found this tutorial. After this tutorial, I started to like 3D Max actually, and
Now that you knew how to do colored glass, everything was fine. Literally.
yes, I uh, I remember at that time, at that night in 2002, it was a summer night. I was very sad, and I don't remember why. But on the moment I see the result, I forgot everything, and I said, "This I like this software. It's going to be the best thing in my life." Yes,
Wait. Can you please go back? Can you zoom in on those, Ulfat? Because I thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing this. Because what people now see from you nowadays, it's those glossy, polished, wonderful images that we all like, and it's easy to like them. Loving you is easy because you're beautiful. You know this song. So liking your work nowadays is easy because it's just great. But it's very important for people to see how an artist like you, who is so good
thank you.
nowadays, how they started, and that their first works, not that they are bad, it's just that they don't have the level of what you are capable of today. And
Yes,
showing this to everyone is just so inspiring, so that they see, hey, even a great artist like Ulfat started somewhere.
I'm not
And
great.
she also
Thank you, but I'm
started
not
small.
great.
She started with this tutorial on how to do colored glass. And now
Yeah,
she's where she is because this is truly inspiring.
thank you. By the way, this render, which looks very bad, when I did it, I was very very happy because I finally can or could make a night shot. I was more than happy for making this. I was very proud of myself.
Obviously, it's the small wins, it's the small steps ahead.
Yes, and there's something magical here because it has it has been a very long journey and slowly developing. Um, but I can't find the moment that was the magical moment. Everything was gradually changing, that you can see it by at the moment. I don't know if you
Yeah.
understand me, but
Yeah.
there is something magical about it, and I think practicing and doing things over and over and over is the key for everything. But by the way, I was never in my whole life happy about what I did, or I said, oh, now I mastered renders, I mastered 3D Max. This never happened in my life, and it will never happen, by the way.
The people in the comments are asking which render engines you were using: Scanline, Radiosity, Manta Ray back
Yes,
then.
here was Scalene, I think. Scalene. Here AutoCAD, and these are Verate. This is Verate.
Oh,
No,
great.
this was Scalene,
Okay.
the default one. I think its name was Scalene, not Arnold, right?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
2002, 2009. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Back then, I
But
wasn't a Max user. I was a Rhino user, so I cannot say.
ah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Okay. As I said here, I don't know if I said, but I was at first I was a full timer, then a part timer, then I was outsourcing with different um, offices, and then freelancing by my own. And now we are starting our studio narrative with my partner Ali. So I want to talk about something about freelancing. Uh, Actually, it's not easy to attract the right kind of clients that you want at first. For my personal experience, I was stuck for long years with the wrong type of clients, or not clients. I mean, wrong type of projects. Uh, I I I wasn't happy that at that time, so I had to do something. So this I made some experiments and some personal projects with myself, studying at first, and try to make. This was the one of the first projects that I tried to express myself in. I don't want to say a lot about it, but I'll say briefly. It's him, and I tried to imagine a character living in this space, um, a male character actually, and to make this space customized for this character. So I was looking for some, or I was inspired by some movies, like this movie, The Adjustment Bureau, with this is the hero. I think his name was David, and I tried to analyze to make some analysis for his home and this his apartment, to understand how they reflect the male character into this space. And then I started to do my own project here. Um, and then after doing this project, people or clients started to understand what I can do and how I want to express myself. So I started to attract the right kind of clients.
This
Uh,
fantastic project. I remember seeing it as you posted it in the VW Art Club,
Thank you.
and it got you, I think, if I remember correctly, 1,000+ likes, and it was totally deserved. It's so good. Like
Thanks.
working with dark tones, so many dark tones, and
Yeah,
making something which just looks classy and isn't just depressing or too gritty and too dark is difficult. But you totally ace it. It's classy. It's not depressing or something. So you
thank you.
definitely reach your goal of showing your clients what you're capable of. And this is why it's so important to do projects like this,
Yeah, yes,
um,
very important.
in order to show. Because otherwise, if you, as you said, you had the wrong type of clients and projects to work on, which
For
were
years, yes.
showing your skills, and suddenly you pack this project and you say, this is what I'm capable of, this is what I'm good at, and then you start attracting those people.
I think this what happened actually. These are other two projects. This one was the Strawberry Thief, and actually it's the name of this pattern for William Morris. And I tried to transform this pattern into a story that's happening in a girl's room, and by doing multiple cameras, I was I was telling the story, and there was a puzzle to to find,
To
and
solve.
you have to find yes to solve. Thank you. So this was the first. I was asking the people who is the thief. Maybe it's a bird, maybe it's the fox here, or maybe it's the girl or the fox around her neck. And also, I got the inspirations of colors by many movies and posters and like this. So this was my second trial actually, by doing a story. It's like a sequence comics. The first trial was by this project, which named Wisteria, the Lady of Wisteria. And by the way, Wisteria is a kind of a plant of a flower plant. And these are mm, the personal projects I tried to do earlier. And that's all. That's all I want to share.
These were amazing, and it's like storytelling suddenly seems like it became a huge part of your work, because these weren't just nice images. They were especially the one I didn't even know about, like the Strawberry Thief. Now as you say it, I remember seeing it, but I didn't remember that it was like a mystery or a puzzle to solve, which is
Yeah,
just so interesting. Come to think about it, like, I'm just sitting here right now and thinking, why did I never think of this? Why it's such a great idea. So yeah, you definitely have put a lot of thought and effort and love into those, and it's visible, and they're vastly different, and they have their own style, but all of them kind of belong to you,
thank you so
which
much.
is and here Zaina says, it's a good point to work with right clients, like to discover yourself again and to show the best of your design. Um, Especially if you want to attract certain types of clients, I think you need to show them why they should work with you, and
Exactly.
it's exactly what you did. And did it work? Did you find the clients that you were looking for?
Yes, yes. Actually, in 2020, I started to have the right clients. It took me 8 years to find the right clients.
Well,
Yes, it's
some
very
people
long.
need way longer, honestly, because you need to figure it out. This is a process. This is not something what you just start and you know it. Like what we do, we never really studied this. There are other, let's say, areas of work where people can study, and the moment they finish studying, they take their degree, they know they can go anywhere and start doing this and that, and their career path is almost clear from the beginning. But with visualization, I think it's, you got to figure out first how to learn the software. You start watching tutorials, courses here and there, books, own experimentation. There is a lot of, like, we're autodidacts. We learn a lot on our own, and figuring out which are the right clients for us is something that we also need to figure out over time. This is my experience exactly as well. I mean, in the beginning, I worked with architects, and over time, I switched over to developers and investors, because architects were just too tedious and tiresome, most of them, to work with.
I understand really.
So, is your experience as well?
What?
What type of clients do you have now? Are they architects or
Um,
all types?
no, no, they are direct clients, and we actually I like now to do commercial projects like cafes and boutiques and working with brands. Um, that's all.
Amit says, your focus, hard work, and patience landed you to the right spot, Ulfat. So
Thank
nice
you.
to hear it and see your progress and dedication, and to hear that it paid off. It's like a happy end
Thank you
story,
so
right?
much.
And
I wish. I wish.
you're absolutely not in the end of it. You're in the middle of it, or in the beginning even. But yeah, it
See,
was awesome to to hear about your creative journey, but also about yourself, because what you show to us with the flowers is, I think, something which is also part of your work. Like the last work that you showed is was also very flower
Yeah.
related,
Yeah.
and like with these very elegant and fragile blossoms that you had there. And it's
Yes.
yeah, obviously there is, this is why I want people who join me here to not only talk about their work but also a bit about themselves, because in the end of the day, if you're an artist, you cannot fully separate yourself from your work, especially if you
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
the freedom to also add to the work. If you're just an executioner, you're given things and you're told exactly what to do, where to place everything. Okay, but if most of the times, in my experience personally, we also need to put our own, let's say, decorations, plans and whatnot. And this is where the knowledge about those and our let's say connection to those shows up, and in your case it's immediately visible.
Thank you, Theo.
Thank you. Let me see. Ines said something. People are, as I told you, people are really, really happy to hear from you. Ines says she has an incredible sense of storytelling that runs through all of Ulfat's projects, something that can truly define whether an artist is interesting or not. Fully agree, Ines. Let me see another.
Thanks.
Rawan, if sorry if I butcher your name, guys, but all Nablus people are so proud of you. Such a great living example for talent and beauty. I always find joy watching full story of your projects. Very, very inspiring. I can only agree. Amit also agreeing. Um, Abdi asks, did the right clients did accept your pricing easier after they came to seeing what you can do? Did that help you to grow financially too, or did you have to negotiate a lot still?
Uh,
Like, could you
actually,
ask for
it's
the price that you are worth?
uh, actually at first, of course, I wasn't able to make the pricing that I want, but when you do other projects or other brands um, in important places, uh, another level of clients that comes for you. Uh, so I think uh, this is the case when they see you working with higher brands.
Yeah.
They came and they are expecting that your price isn't easy or isn't cheap. Um, and by the way, I just tell my price. If the client didn't like it, okay.
As Abdi himself says, it's not that you ask too much, they just cannot afford you or your services.
No,
So,
no, no, not we're not very expensive.
no,
We're
it's
moderate.
but there is a certain worth. It's not so much about the money, it's just your expertise, what you bring out there. All those sessions that you shared and the one we'll be talking about later from the bakery, all of those show a lot of love, effort, dedication. It's something else. It's something which makes the project of your clients stand out, and this has its price. This is just the way it is. It's other than that, I mean, it's as it should be, right? Like, it's normal. So it's not about being expensive, it's just about being knowing your worth and sticking to it, and not always letting yourself get lowballed and all of this. So
Yes,
I'm it was a very reasonable question, and I'm very happy to hear that you get what you deserve. Let's put it like this. Now, guys, it's great that you have so many questions, and this is why in the end of the show we'll have a Q&A with Ulfat. I also have questions myself, and I'm sure you also have yours. Let's proceed with the show. We want to do some reviewing here as well. So I'll probably start sharing my screen now, and we can then review a few
okay.
works together.
Okay.
And then, so
How
let's
can I
see.
stop? Wait, I'm still.
You've already stopped sharing.
Ah, sorry.
Yes, everything's good. Okay, let me see if I can make it work, because last time I kind of screwed up a bit while sharing. But now you must be able to see my screen, I hope.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I said I will start with reviewing, and I lied, because first I need to remind you about something, our Discord channel. I have to throw it in because in the meantime, our community chats have already been frozen. They are read only, meaning that you cannot write anymore. You can only scroll and read what has been written before. And soon they will also be completely removed, meaning that if we want to continue communicating with each other and providing each other with this very quick and efficient help and support, you guys need to move over to Discord. This is where we opened our new channels, and we have two of those. We have a regular chat, as we did with the Keep It Realistic chat, and we also have a voice chat. And this is something new, and this is something with a great potential. Last Friday, for example, we did our work in progress live session there. So, Fridays are our work in progress days. And I just went live there, and I was available for 2.5 hours. I was at your disposal. If you had something to share, you can just drop by and share it. Because in this particular voice chat, once you join, you're immediately in there already talking with the others. It's up to you if you want to share your camera or not. You can also share your screen. And of course, the more people are there, the better feedback you can get for your work. And yesterday, for example, Abdi he made a post in the group that he will be there, and he started experimenting with real.clone, if I'm not mistaken. And he was just there live doing his experiment or his simulation. And if you were to join him and see what he's doing and have some questions, you could have just asked right away, which is an incredible opportunity. So let's all move over to Discord. I will drop the links in the chat here. So please make sure to go over there and let's start communicating there, because other than that, we have no option to talk with each other on the campus anymore. Thank Meta for that. I don't know why this was a bad thing for them, but they needed to remove it. Anyway, we've talked enough about this. Now let's move over to the reviewing. And before we go through the works that Ulfat and I are going to review, Amit says today also we did that. Abdi showed his incredible work. Okay, so it's already going, and the more of you join us, the better it will be there. And at some point, a year from now on, it takes its time. But I can promise you, a year from now on, it will be full the whole time. People sharing, showing, talking, and it will be great. Okay, now let's go back to the reviewing. Now, in recent times, instead of reviewing random works as we used to do it before, I tried to pick a topic resulting from the works that have been shared in the past 2 weeks, that those works that the works that we review revolve around. In today's topic, especially with Ulfat being here and the bakery of hers that we'll be discussing later, the topic is going to be color and saturation. Now, I want to show you something here. Ines, I saw your comment. Thank you very much. I can't wait to meet you in Sofia next week. Let me tell you so much. So, color and saturation. Now, thinking about this topic, I feel that there is a certain tendency in recent times. Ulfat and I talked about this before the show started, of especially with those minimalistic tendencies that we had in architecture in recent years. We have a tendency of very strong desaturation of colors or a total lack thereof. And to prove you this, let me show you this thing. So I just went to my browser and searched for modern minimalist interiors. You see, there is no color specification. I just searched for modern interiors and take a look at the results. Everything is just white, gray, beige, or let's say wood in form of beige. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but this kind of reminds me of a certain era in gaming, the so-called PIS filter era. Sorry for this, but this is just what people refer to as. Oh no, this is not it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah. So it was around the 2010s when every second game looked like this. Okay, I don't know why. I think people found it gritty, they found it edgy or whatever, but like no matter the genre, games would just look like this. And this doesn't necessarily mean they were bad, but they looked very sameish, which kind of took away their visual identity. And if we go back here, we see something similar happening nowadays, especially with interiors. Once again, it's not about something being bad, because if we take a look at the interiors depicted here, most of them are wonderful examples of great living situations, right, Ulfat? These look great.
Yes.
But if you see them all together, it feels like they don't have any identity anymore. They look kind of sameish. Now,
Exactly.
this doesn't mean that just that once you are given to work with, let's say, this type of vanilla color scheme, that you're doomed and your work will end up generic. And for this, I will show you a few great examples from the last 2 weeks from the group, showcasing that it is very much possible to have this color scheme and make something wonderful out of it. It's just that there is a certain tendency. Let's stop here. So first work I want to show you is this work. You already saw it because I screwed up a bit, by Mohammad Nazemi. This is this bathroom, which is almost monochromatic. You see, it's just this warm gray, and that's more or less it. So we won't be reviewing this work. We'll just be taking a look at the image session or the images from this set. And I think that just after viewing the first one, we can already say that this is a great set of images. In my personal opinion, this is because of the lighting, because of the wonderful technical implementation, and the great framings. What do you think, Ulfat? Agree?
I think, listen, I like this kind of colors, but sometimes, like you said, it's a little boring. But I think this example is very good because it's not boring because you have many shadows and
Yeah,
contrast. The contrast make it very good.
exactly. This is how I see it.
Yes.
You just take a look at this. This has so much depth. You see different zones because of this. The tonal contrast work. It's a great example. Despite mostly monochromatic, this like warm gray, white color scheme. So this is the
Yeah.
first example. Let's go a bit bigger here and take a look at a larger interior example. This is I think it's the third part of the Lugano apartment session by Mattia. And just take a look at those images. Once again, we have the vanilla color scheme, we have the white, we have the gray, we have beige in form of wood. But the session itself, I personally find wonderful, mostly to me because of this very natural staging. It feels like an actual family lives there. And, just take a look at the table, for example. Many artists tend to overcrowd their tables with tableware similar to a restaurant. Like everything is set up for guests to come any minute, but the apartment is empty. This doesn't make sense. Here you see that there is some preparation, but it looks way more casual. And
The books on the sofa.
exactly, it's just like
Yeah.
somebody was here and then they just stood up and went to the bathroom or something like this, just went away, or maybe they're in a different room. And take a look at this. It's just so easy to imagine being in this living room. I have the feeling that I know people whose living room looks like this. So this is so down to earth, so grounded
And
that,
calm.
yeah, and calm. It's just such a wonderful vibe from this apartment. Obviously, the execution is great, typical for Mattia. The materials are wonderful, and all of that. Everything is really, really good. So once again, another great example of how you can have this color scheme without, producing generic images. And obviously, it doesn't end there, because there is also another way to approach a color scheme like this. It is with something which some may refer to as style. And we have a great example here by Molham with
Oh,
this
great.
work here, which absolutely immediately stands out. If you take a look at this,
Yes,
I think
amazing.
we can absolutely agree that it's because of the color grading, the
Yes, the
light,
color grading. Yes,
the framing. But yeah, this is the style. The color grading is what I would call style when it comes to visualization. If it's
exactly.
not something which is more collage like or something like this. But take a look at this session. It's two colors. It's white and, let's say, the brown of the wood, of the dark wood. Yes, the dark wood creates a bit more contrast than, let's say, the vanilla
With what? Yes.
light wood. But apart from that, it's just still a two color, and we have no real saturated color here. But nevertheless, with great framings, beautiful lighting, and this color grading atop of everything, we have another fantastic session.
Agree. And I like this ray of sun
Yeah,
that only on the pillows and the wall.
yeah.
I like.
This is very focused, very skillfully implemented. And of course, this is not only something which is true for interiors, because many clients also want exteriors that also have the vanilla color scheme to them, like the one you see here. But once again, a good example that if you know your stuff, if you know how to do proper framing, like here, the natural framing, the dark shadows in the foreground, the object visually sticking out, if you know how to combine colors, if you know how to do proper framings, then you can do something that really stands out despite a vanilla color scheme. So, I mean, a conclusion, I know this will be a shock to many. Anything that you visualize can look stunning if you do it right. Sorry, sorry for that. It's not a big revelation, but it is just the way it is. Nevertheless, I think that there still are that there are more ways to make your work stand out, and some of them are easier than others. And one of the easier ways nowadays, looking back at what we have here, is just to use color and saturation to your advantage, because they nowadays make a difference. And let's take a look at this. Keep this image in mind, and let's go to the first work that we'll be discussing today. This one, color. Ulfat, this is a work by Janita. I'll read what he says about it, and then I'll gladly hear your opinion about it, please. So, Cabin by the Lake, this is the name of the work. Janita writes, after months, I finally worked on a personal exterior project. Hope you enjoy this one as much as I enjoyed creating it. It's done in 3ds Max and Corona, post-production in Photoshop. The vegetation and materials have been enhanced with AI. Thank you very much. So, Ulfat, what do you think? Does this make a difference?
Actually, I really like the colors of this image, especially that we have contrast between the green leaves and the red painting. But it's not. It's a nice contrast. Not very strong. Um, I mean, green and red are contrast. Also, I like the trees and how the house is hidden between the trees. I don't know how he made this grass, but it's amazing for me. And if you allow me, I want to talk also about the storytelling of the image, or you just want to us to talk about colors?
No, what does it mean? If you allow me, I would love to hear everything you have to say about this work.
Okay, I learned this kind of analyzing images from you, actually, Theo. So
Oh,
I'm your student here. I can say that he brought life for this image by putting these two chairs with the fire uh, in the middle. And if you notice, the door is slightly open. It's not closed and not open. So I think that two people were sitting on these chairs and they went inside to take something. And I like that one window is lit inside and the other is not. So maybe they went to the kitchen to to take maybe marshmallows. I don't know. I can see some shadows behind the curtains. So I think this is what we always mean by storytelling. That your mind starts imagining things happening um, without adding any human figures. That's
totally
all.
agree.
Yes.
I think there are different types of storytelling. Sometimes you want to tell a very particular story and want everyone to see one and the same thing in an image. Other times you want to leave it to people's imagination, which is exactly what happened here. And
Yes.
this is, I think, the important part here. It's not about which story you see, because maybe I see a different story than yours.
Tell me, please, if you.
I don't know. I should think about it. But it's just about making an image or a scene engaging enough for people to start imagining stuff, whatever they may imagine. It was like this, this apartment by Mattia. Just looking at that living room, I could imagine doing our Saturday evening, movie night with the kids sitting there and using it. This is my story. Somebody else will have a love story happening there, not necessarily Netflix and chill, just love story, like romantic and stuff. So it's just about offering this platform for imagination, and this is what I absolutely agree with you, Janita has done here. It's like, you have the two chairs. I myself, as somebody, I mean, I used to live in a big city. I'm a city child. Unfortunately, now I'm a small city child, which suits me way better. But I grew up in a big city, and you know, Sofia, where we will be next week. And this is like almost a 2 million city, and everyone lives in apartment buildings. So having something like this where you can, let's say, travel to on the weekend, like a villa, and just have this place there where you can just sit by the fire and talk with somebody and hang out is an amazing thing to me. So I absolutely agree with your vision, and technically what you also mentioned, this riverside. I cannot say how much of this has been rendered and how much is AI enhancement, but I don't think that it also really matters in the end, because why should a client, let's say, care how you achieved something like this before AI? I have some studios that I collaborate with that are just absolutely amazing when it comes to matte painting. So they've been doing what you see here, not with a press of a button and a prompt like it is with AI. They've been doing this for years in post-production, in Photoshop. And in the end of the day, no client cares as long as it looks good
Yes, I
how
think
it
so.
was achieved. So if it was done with meticulous render work, or if it was just a very basic shore here, and it was then properly prompted with AI, what we see here is the final outcome, and the final outcome is very, very authentic, because many artists tend to just let the grass just
Stop.
disappear into the water.
Yeah,
Yeah, or simply stop, yeah, with a hard line. And this is not how things look like, but this is
yeah, I like
fantastically
it.
authentic. And yeah, the color contrast, obviously, as you said, the complementary green and red. This is a harmonious contrast. It's contrast to get your attention, but it's harmonious because of where
Yes,
they're
him.
placed on the color wheel. And then we have the blue here, which is to me a bit of a color highlight. Um, Now, how much sense a Vespa makes at this location is a different question. Generally, they're more of a city thing.
I don't
This
know.
one looks a bit beat up and more off-roady, so I'm okay with it. What would you say? Does it bother you?
No, I like it actually. There is a part of this picture I love so much actually. It's the left side. Do you see this branch on the left, on the background? And
Right
yes,
here?
here. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like how it's just you can see it, but it's sinking in the dark.
yeah.
I think this is my favorite part of the whole image. I really love it.
So, dear Janita, in future, don't bother with all of that stuff here. Just make
No, no.
dark. No, this is true. I absolutely see, because of the depth that he has created here. I
Yeah,
think there is
it's
some
great.
volumetrics. It's really wonderful to look at. It's just a feel good image, and yeah, very well executed. Just take a look at the roof and all the scattered leaves there. Very authentic. Do you have any suggestions for improvement?
No, it's perfect. I
Okay,
think it's perfect.
don't be too kind. I won't be. I
No,
mean,
I'm not too kind. Listen, this is something that I can't do. I'm not good at exteriors at all. So something that I can do like this, like it, I will never criticize it.
okay. Well, I don't care if I can do it better or not. I just criticize it for the sake of the artist. No, I this door, which is open a bit ajar, as you said, this is great element of the storytelling. To me, it is a bit of a too strong eye catcher. If you squint your eyes and take a look at the image, we have a very dark
Yes.
area and then this very strong and bold contrast, which makes the viewer's eye lead or land in this area here, and it's not attractive enough for me for that. Like, this area here, what happens here behind the window. So I would say I can imagine like a coat hanger or something happening behind the open door, and the area on the inside being a bit darker. And when it comes to this open window, or lit up window, I'm sorry, I think that I'm not sure if this shouldn't be the one to create a visual triangle here, but this is something
Uh,
which one needs to test out, you know, because I really agree with you that it shouldn't be both that are turned on. It should be only one. The question is which one. But obviously, I'm here just nitpicking because this is a fantastic work to look at. And if you have nothing else to say
yes.
about it, I think we can conclude that it was a lovely exercise with beautiful color palette, immediately standing out. And also another proof, because for those who are watching this and don't know Janita, his works didn't always look like this. Neither did mine or yours, Ulfat. But as he started, his works were way worse, but he advanced and he grew a lot, which is a pleasure to see. And I think part of his growth is because he also took on photography, both with his phone camera and also with drone. And I think a lot of his photography is with natural elements and natural motives, and you can clearly see the photographer's eye in this image. So to all of you
Yes.
who
Agree.
are not sure should they take photos or not, please do. It helps. You can see
I
it with
agree.
it. You do also take photos. We saw the photos you've taken from the city.
Not very, not very good.
Yeah, but you take them. Photos is not always about the best photo. It's also about capturing a moment, capturing
Yes.
street photography, for example. It often looks quite messy. It even doesn't have straight verticals and stuff like this. It's just to capture the energy of the moment or a certain light, a certain mood. And the more you do it, the more you get acquainted with representing reality in your 3D work. I hope this makes sense. Shall we move on to the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, next we have this villa by Loran. Here he describes it as such as a sleek modern two-story house with a full height glass windows, smooth concrete finishes, and a minimalist lines, featuring a poolside lounge, outdoor dining area, and lush landscape garden for elegant contemporary living. It's done in Max Corona with no AI. So, how do you see those images, dear Ulfat, on the whole session? We can
Uh,
go through them once,
First of all, yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Sure.
just for everyone to see what we're talking about, and then when we go back to the first
Yes.
shot,
Sure.
yeah, please.
Okay. First of all, as I've said, I'm not very good in exterior renders, but I will try.
This is why I picked so many.
In this shot, yeah, all the projects today are exteriors.
Yes,
I like that he made he or she, sorry.
I think Loran is a he. Yeah,
Yes. I like the frame, the tree framing, and as we have spoken before about the sun, both of us like sunny renders, and the sun here looks beautiful. Uh, Not too much colors like the project before, but it's not boring because you have much of greenery.
yeah.
This is all for this picture. Yes.
It's the saturation here. This is another example because today the topic was color and saturation. This one is an example where we don't have many colors or bold colors, but what we have here is the saturation. Everything is very, very pleasantly and boldly saturated, which I personally very much enjoy about this work. And I see here Amir saying this one is very good. I gotta agree.
Yes.
Framings
Yes,
also
very much.
very pleasant. Scattering, the greenery representation. Let's go back
Yeah.
maybe to this one.
Yes. Yes.
Very authentic, very natural. This is a topic which is your strong point. Even if I don't agree about your exteriors. I've seen exteriors of yours and they're good, but greenery here is something which I think you should or you can confirm is very naturally the scattering, the way the greenery looks like. It's just very authentic.
Yeah. And you can
Would
see
you?
these double shadows, I think.
Yeah,
Double
the dapple
shadows.
shade. Yeah.
Yes, it's very pleasant to watch.
Yeah, they make for a lot of mood. This is what Nikos always refers to as natural gobos. But yeah, they bring so much dynamic and so much emotion because most people who have seen something like this or have been where something where there is depot shade like this, they know that this is something which is usually very balanced. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's kind of like a mix of having sun and no sun, so it's not blending you. And I think, yeah, it's when it comes to the surroundings here and the landscaping, it's very naturally depicted. And Amit says the project is also natural and pleasing, but just with some model repetition. Yeah, this is one of the things I would have, criticized here. Let's say we have these two deck chairs. So in situations like this, folks, when you have something like a obviously repeating element, this is something which can be exactly as bad as texture repetition, because in real life you seldomly have two elements which look exactly the same, especially like here when there is also this towel lying on top of this and both towels look exactly the same, right?
Yes. Mm,
You don't
mm,
have this.
mm.
So what can be done? We can just remove the one towel or maybe have a folded towel or the one and the unfolded one on the other deck chair, and then it doesn't look like a set repetition anymore. This is how I would address, or I address something like this. Here on the inside, we also see two identical wall art.
Frames.
Happens.
Yes.
Some people have something like this deliberate choice to have the twice the same, but it's seldom. And for a render, I wouldn't really recommend. Just do as you did here.
Just
There are
rotate
many,
it. Rotate
or
it. Yeah.
rotate it. Yeah, it's even better. You see, this is why we have Ulfat here. So yeah, and while when we talk about image per image, I gotta say that when we take a look at the upper floor, while the bottom floor is really looks really lived in
Busy.
and lively, the upper
Mm.
floor we see doors, we see lamps. That's already good, but other than that, we see nothing, which makes it look empty. So I would recommend maybe some plants, right? Some potted plants, some wall art here as well, a rack, a wardrobe, something like this. Maybe if you, I mean, the curtains
I
are
can see
already
some
there.
doors.
Yeah, the doors are there, but
Yeah,
this is
and
everything.
doors.
And if you
Yeah.
take a look at the casual room through a window, you always see something on the walls. If it is a wardrobe or a rack or a wall art or a colored wall or something, it's not just a lamp and a door. But yeah, this is obviously not a big deal. Now, okay, why couldn't I just? Okay, so this one is actually very nice. I think what I enjoy here. Some people may say, okay, there
The
is too
grass.
much empty space. Um, I enjoy that this one thematizes the interplay between the man-made structure and nature. It's like you see, it's about both. It's not only the architecture, it's also the garden, and the garden has some free space. And especially if you have kids, you know, it is like free space is something that you get to value over time, because this is where you can go play featherball or I don't know the English term for this, or volleyball, or just to kick a ball with your kids. You need some free space which isn't decorated or overly landscaped, because obviously if we go back here, you cannot do anything here. This is just for the looks and for the feel. But if you want activity space, this is where we have it, and this is what I agree. Why I like this shot. Maybe in order to showcase this and to add to the storytelling, one could add a football or maybe
Yeah.
some, I don't know, tennis racket or something like this, like a featherball rocket lying on the floor, initiating that people use this lawn here to for activity. Yeah, maybe a yoga mat, whatever, something. Frisbee, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Amit. Um, exactly. This one I love. This is the stalker shot. People always, when I share something like this, people always call me a stalker, but it's just once again the nature together with the architecture. How do you see it? You like shots like this too, right, Ulfat? Or do you find it to
Yes,
be
yes.
creepy?
No, I like no, I like it. And I remember the stalker name. We
Yeah,
said it
yeah.
before. Yeah, it's funny.
You're doing renders for years, and this is what ends up sticking. People saying that you do stalker shots. But um, what I can criticize here is, apart from what Amit said in the comments, that the lamps are also very repetitive and look a bit weird from this perspective. Take a look at this area. We shouldn't let something like this happen, because if we go back to the first shot, take a look at these wonderful reflections which make the facade look so lively. And now take a look at this. It clearly shows that there is nothing happening there, nothing to reflect, and it takes away a ton of realism. What I can recommend to you, it's not an advertisement, it's something that I use myself, is these two. You see, it's $20. I'm not telling you to buy it, or we're not sponsored or doing anything like this. But this is something which is very convenient and also lightweight. This is the backdrop generator. I use it myself. Once again, it creates this 360 surrounding of trees or whatever you select. If we click on this, we can see them. Even with some houses around. And if you use this, you have a very, very lightweight solution, because in the end of the day, it's just an image that you can use to put around your projects to prevent something like this happening. So I can totally recommend it to you. If you want, I can also drop this in the chat. Once again, it's not something that we're paid for or supposed to say. It's just a tool that I find very convenient, and thought you may also be enjoying to prevent such things happening. Then we have what I think is a fisheye shot. Do you, because of the curvature, if we take a look at the
Yeah.
edge here, it's curved, so it's type of a fisheye shot. How do you see this one, Alfat? Do you like fisheye shots? Let's start general.
I I remember in 2010, maybe, there was a competition in Evermotion, I think, and the first rank was eye shot, was a fish shot, fish eye shot. So at that time, I was wow, how we made it, and like this, and I still love it till now. I like it.
I like it too. I'm a big fan of
It
this.
was very cool at those days, and I still find it cool. Actually.
I, for some reason, maybe because I have no 3D vision, but at some point I figured out for myself that using a fisheye shot, the distortion feels more it's obviously there, right? But it feels kind of more natural to the human eye, or at least to my eye, than to using a very strong FOV, or obviously very low focal length value. But looking at this one, saying that I already really like fisheye lens shots, I gotta say that one needs to a bit more to be a bit more courageous with them, and maybe a bit go for a stronger degree value, because what we have here is a fisheye shot, but it's such a slight fisheye lens shot that you barely recognize it as such,
Agree.
which makes you think that this is just there is an actual curvature. So my personal recommendation, if you go for a fisheye lens, make sure that people understand that this is a deliberate decision of yours and not a visual mistake. I remember when I learned about those things which are just a slightly, that are just slightly off grid, they often feel annoying. And I was working on a project in the Academy of Fine Arts, and I have done a wall which was like had a 5-degree angle to it. And my professor was like, "Why does it have this 5-degree angle?" And I was like, "Well, because it looks nice." And he was like, "No, you don't do that. If
No.
like everything is orthogonal and you have this one wall which is slightly angled, that's okay. That could be a deliberate choice. But make sure that when you do something, the people who get there and use it or see it, like in this case, that they also see that this was a deliberate choice of yours and not a mistake. And since then, I try to never use something like 3 degrees or something like this. I either go like when a central perspective, I rather go 90 degrees, or I'll go for an angle of 15, 20 degrees, something which is just immediately recognizable as a deliberate choice on my side. So this is something which I would recommend to all of you. What do you say, Ulfat? Agree or disagree?
Yes, sure.
Okay,
I
so
I agree. Yes.
make it visible. Just make like 120 degrees or something like this until it really arches at the top and at the bottom. Um, Obviously, with a fisheye lens shot, you have the least distortion in the middles, and that's okay. But make sure that people immediately recognize this as a funky, cool fisheye lens shot and not as a visual mistake. And maybe I think it was something which Lucas added as a comment underneath this one. Maybe at caustics you have sunlight, and this surface of the pool, and you have pretty dark undersides with those overhanging roofs. And if you want to light them up in a beautiful way, it would be great to use caustics here, because then they will appear on the underside here and it will look amazing. This shot is actually the one where I thought about you, Ulfat, because I don't know what this plant is. Maybe you do. But
I think it's beach.
oh, is it? Okay.
I think it's yes.
Whatever you have said, I would have agreed because I have no idea what it is. But I think it's very nice. You know how it's blossoming. It has this probably why you started growing those plants. It has this power of new life, something blossoming, something living. I very much like the positioning of this plant here, even though it hides the architecture a bit. What would you
I
say?
think it's my favorite shot because of this plant. I really love it too. It's one of the most beautiful kinds. I think
It
it's
is.
peach or maybe apple. No, not apple. I think it's peach. Yeah,
Yeah. I
it's
don't know
lovely.
whatever it might
And you
be.
can
It's just
see life in this picture. You can see so much life. You
exactly.
can see the cars, the seatings, um, and the shadows again, and the greenery, and the small leaves on the ground. It's a beautiful shot, but
And
you have some weird reflection on the windows, on the doors, I
yeah,
think.
yeah. And once again,
Yes,
the
the
empty
weird
reflection.
reflection here. Yes, yes, it's
Yeah.
empty.
So
And at
this one
first,
shouldn't
I
happen.
thought yeah, I at first I thought it's curtains actually, but then I found that it's an empty reflection. Yes, true.
Yeah. And this takes away so much realism. Just take a look at the area here to the right or here at the top, and then take a look at this. This is why we shouldn't
Yes,
let things like
everything,
this happen.
every other thing is perfect.
Yeah, the car. There is some issue with the vehicle. I don't know what it. I wouldn't say it at the beginning. I thought it's like
Geometry.
yeah, something weird with the smoothing groups, or I don't know what it is, but definitely needs to be fixed or swapped for another one. I mean, we have a ton of great vehicles in the Cosmos library or something, but this one takes away realism once again. But I absolutely agree about the life, and what I really also enjoy here is the saturated sky. We are used to
Yeah,
those very desaturated, slightly bluish,
that's
grayish skies,
yeah.
and this has power. And we're back in the beginning. I think we said everything that there was to say here. Very well-rounded work with great clarity, great saturation as well. And I think with a few small tweaks here and there, it could be a fantastic portfolio project. Shall we move over to the final project that we review together because afterwards it's your turn again.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
this work. We had to talk about it when we talk about color and saturation. I know it's an exterior once again, but in the end of the day, you have the artist's eye. So to me personally, it doesn't matter how many exteriors you work on because you have the vision, you have the eye, you know your stuff. So yeah. So anyway, it's the Six Senses Southern Dunes Resort by Alireza, modeled and rendered by him in 3ds Max Corona, using the Chaos Scatter, Quixel Megascans library, and no AI. It seems like Alireza isn't a huge fan of AI. We respect this, and let's see what he has managed to do without it, because he's a fantastic artist, so he probably doesn't need it. Okay, let's start with this first shot. So, okay, let's go through all three shots briefly, just for everyone to see what we are going to talk about here. These are the three shots of this project, and let's talk about the first one. Alireza, he's in the comments, so yeah. Ulfat, what do you think?
Let's talk about the colors first. Like we said before, I can see the contrast between the blue water and the orange umbrellas, and it's actually a harmonious contrast. And I really want to congrat him for doing this sand. It looks amazing. Actually, the sand is looking amazing. Um, I like everything about this shot. Actually, I like it.
You see, if Ulfat would be doing the show, you guys will only be getting praise. And I mean, in this particular case, and in for many of your works, I gotta agree. This is a fantastic shot. I also love the way the surroundings are depicted, and I also love the transitions. They're a very important aspect here because we have the dusty road, and then we have the sides. So we clearly see the road without any markings, and then we see the sides, and then we see um, the transition to, let's say, this man-made area. And what I like about here is those scattered plants. They're very crucial for
Yeah,
for a smooth and natural transition, because you see you have very small scattered stuff here around the street, and then it grows bigger and more intense near the area, which is artificially like an set up like an oasis in the desert, right? And obviously, the colors, as you said, we have a great color contrast between the beige gray desert and those bold saturated colors that we have here. The colors are wonderfully chosen. Like you said, this is like orangish, which is the complementary to the blue. And then we also have
yeah,
but it's like a mix
green.
of yellow and red. So it's also complementary to the green as well. So
Agree.
fantastically combined colors here. Amit says, looking at
Um,
this shot, reminded him of Muhammad Nagi's "The Beach That Never Forgets." It also reminded me of
yeah,
this one.
true. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
What you wanted to say? I
It was
interrupted you.
amazing
Sorry.
work, and this is amazing work too.
Absolutely.
Nothing. I just want to turn up the lights. 1 minute.
Oh yeah, sure. In the meantime, because you don't like
Okay.
criticizing, I will criticize Alireza. So to me, the caustics look a bit weird. I don't know why, but here in the middle area they make sense, but here they're kind of like distorted for some reason, and here as well. So maybe you should take a look at this, because I think that the water should more or less be less reactive and look pretty even everywhere. And the second thing is the asset repetition. I think this was something which Amit already mentioned, like just a small rotational variation in those sunshades and maybe in those deck chairs as well. This would already do a lot. And in order to randomize those repetitive assets, just place a random towel here and there. You can scatter this. This would be a very easy and quick way to do it. You can just take two or three different towels that you can randomly scatter here and there on the deck chairs, and this will add a lot of authenticity and realism here. Danushka says, my only concern is that anyone who is on that road can walk in onto the pool and other areas. Well, yeah, I also have some concerns about the winds because, as far as I can tell, or as far as I know, I'm not an expert on deserts at all. I've never been to one, I gotta admit. But there are usually winds. This is why we have those wavy structures on the sand in the first place. So I'm not sure how an open air pool will work like next to those sand, and that can be just waved into the water with wind. But let's not get too technical here. And eventually, what you can consider doing is scattering some people, because this is a resort and resorts are for people. So maybe scatter some people. Even 3D people will work here. From this distance, you don't need enhancement at all. Agree, Ulfat? Can we move over to the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have the second shot. What's your opinion about this one?
Actually, I like the there's something I'm trying to say. It's the negative space. You can see these shapes and the sky in the middle. They are making some kind of frame, so I can see it's like a negative space, but it's the first thing I saw when I see this picture. So it's a new way for doing kind of frames. So yeah, this is
Great
the
take
first yes, the
and
first
great
thing I
keyword.
noticed is this negative space. Yeah,
Yeah, totally agree with
I
you.
don't
Also,
know what
great
are
modeling.
these columns. I don't know what are these.
I don't know
I think they
either.
are maybe kind of umbrellas or something like this.
Or they are gathering the water, like the water which forms these small droplets which form every morning.
Maybe,
Um,
yeah, maybe,
um,
yeah,
I don't know what I have an issue with this one, because it's very nicely implemented modeling. The negative space, absolutely agree with you. The composition is great. The scattering. What I have an issue with this shot is that it is difficult to allocate. If I went back and looked at this, we have an
ah,
aerial view, and when you have an aerial view, you need to show like everything, because this could be a shot from a different project, and the way I feel about it is that difficult to allocate means difficult to relate as well. Like, because I have no connection to this one. I don't know where this comes from. It's just there. Because if we compare to the third shot, let's move over to this one. Initially, it was also kind of like, where
yeah,
does this come from now? But if you look at this and zoom
yeah,
here at the top, you can find this, whatever this is, pergolas or whatever we want to call them, and then I know what this thing is. But the second one is just so out of place for me. Other than the technical implementation is great. So let's talk about the pergolas. What do you think about this?
uh, I don't like orange very much, but here it looks good. Uh, and here we go, the contrast again, and it's very saturated color, but the fabric looks fine because it's not a um, big bold orange, because it's a little uh, tra- uh, trans.
It's just
I don't know
translucent,
the
yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Transparent. Yeah,
Yeah, translucent in this case. I'm always confused with this one, and people will lose all respect for me, so I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I'm always confused between those two, but I think people got us. Um, yeah, I mean, the color contrast here is because this is an image which contains a ton of stuff. Like, if you take a look at this, if we didn't have the color contrast and this very bold natural framing, there would be no
mm,
order in these scales. Just imagine this was like white or it was green, then it would be just a completely messy image. But with the color contrast, we immediately focus on what matters. it's those pergolas, and with this very, once again, strong natural framing that we have here through the tree, we once again focus on this area down here because it isolates 1/3 of the image already. So I think it's very well done. The lighting is beautiful. You like depot shade, you already mentioned it, and we have it here. It's just that the sun position isn't that optimal, if you ask me, just seen pragmatically, because those pergolas are there to shelter people from the sun. But if you position the sun in a
Yeah.
way where the deck chairs aren't sheltered, then the pergolas don't make much sense. Or at least, shut the curtains.
Maybe it's for privacy, not just sun.
Probably for both, but I mean, looking at the surroundings, this is like a desert where sun usually tends to get hot. And I think if it was for privacy, it wouldn't probably have it also at the top. It will only have it on the sides because nobody will be looking from above. But I think it's for both. And seeing this here being in the like 40-degree sun, it's maybe, when it comes to the function, it's not a great way to showcase it. But I think other than that, this is just a fantastic example of skillfully executed, and really the bold colors make it stand out even more to me.
I agree too.
Yeah, like you see it and you're
Amazing
like,
job.
oh, this is cool. You can feel the freshness of the water in the desert. This is like a true oasis. So using those bold colors here
Oh,
made a lot of sense, I think. Okay, Ulfat, I think it's time for you to share your
yeah.
screen now, because this was the reviewing that we had, and it was a pleasure.
Yes.
Oh, Simon says it may be for mosquitoes. Okay, this one I didn't think about. Now I look stupid,
Yes.
and maybe this is. But are there mosquitoes in the desert? I don't know. I combine mosquitoes more with jungle
Yeah,
and stuff
sure.
like this.
Yeah.
Oh, there are
In the deserts too.
fucking mosquitoes there everywhere, and just a plague. Okay. Anyway, I'll stop sharing, and
Do you
you,
have
Ulfat.
mosquitoes in Europe? Do you have mosquitoes in
Yes.
Europe?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We just don't have this very
Okay.
deadly stuff, like, or this very over the top stuff, like, in Australia, spiders, and poisonous, venomous stuff and stuff like that. We have the
Yes.
mild version of everything,
Okay.
and we're not so hard.
We have mosquitoes here too. Uh, okay. Can I share my screen?
Of course, there are mosquitoes. Like they are responsible for malaria and stuff in Africa, which is also very high there, out there. So yeah, it was a stupid thing to say on my side. Yeah, please start sharing your screen, and let's talk about your bakery, which is a project that you shared in the community and everyone loved.
Okay. Uh, Let me share it.
Really looking forward to this one because it's a fantastic project. Also, once again, with bold colors, and given that you said you don't like orange, I mean, it's not orange, but you have this rusty saturated color in there, which
Yes,
goes
it's orange. Yeah, it's
orange
orange.
direction. Doesn't
It's
look like a
orange.
color you don't like.
And
Or
I don't know. It was the brand color, so I had to use it. This is the. Can you see the screen?
yeah, there is
Okay.
a something down there, which is probably that you're sharing or something. I don't know if you can close this one, and maybe you can enlarge it. I don't know. There is stuff on the side, but yeah, it's very visible. Oh,
Yes. Okay.
yeah,
Like this.
yeah, it's fantastic.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about the project in general. It's a butter bakery, and it's a brand, and it's in Saudi Arabia, and it's specialized in European baked goods and specialty coffee. And when we start any design process, we first listen to the client vision, and their values and their expectation of this space. And in this case, the client already have some branches before, but he wanted to make to refresh it, or to do a new update with a refreshed identity. First of all, I have to say that I didn't work alone on this project. I worked with my partner Ali, and we divided ourselves for like a team. So Ali did the distribution plan and the technical drawings and the coordination, and I did the design and the concept and the visuals. So first of all,
The
we
design, what part of the design? Like, is it the whole design by you you guys as a studio, or was it
yeah
given design and the design of the details or colors, or how much design is involved here?
we did everything. We have the project like this. Wait, wait, I will show you. It was empty, and
Okay,
we did everything.
so both architecture and visualization and technical drawings and everything.
Yes, everything, of course.
Well, this is
Uh,
even more impressive.
okay, this is some a kind of brainstorming board. And since the product is baked goods, we wanted to start from here. So I tried to imagine what baked goods means to me, or for any human or anyone who doesn't have beautiful memories with aroma and baked goods, whether the family gathering and the aroma of the cake in grandma's house. We all waited for it to come from the oven. So these kinds of memories are the most thing that I recall when I smell the aroma of fresh goods. So that's why I did this brainstorming collage to see uh, different feelings. I tried to capture different feelings at first, and then try to convert them into materials or things to touch. So the aroma of the baked goods always bring back nostalgia and remind us of happy days, warm emotions, and moments, and nice moments. So we can from here define some keywords that we have. Maybe nostalgic and cozy, well-being and sensual. Why I said sensual? Because we have aroma, taste, and also texture of the baked goods, with whether it's a cake or a bread. You know, every kind of bread is different in its texture, and every kind of cake or whatever. Yeah. And also we studied the brand book of Butter Bakery, the brand. We find that they present themselves like a brand which is authentic, and they do the bakeries in the original European way, but also in the same time they are futuristic and modern, because they have a new way in presenting the goods and having a new visual experience. So these are two different things that we have to involve in the keywords. So after collecting these keywords, we have this material board, and every material of these has a feeling and an emotion, and it express a keyword from the keywords we talked about earlier. For example, we have here the terracotta. The terracotta is nostalgic and warm, and it directly connected to baking, because it's literally baked earth or baked mud, and it is made through the same process that of the bread itself. And of course, historically, we can see terracotta in old European bakeries. To make some contrast with the terracotta, I put some glazed white ceramic, and and this material helps me to make some contrast, and also it's practical and easy to be cleaned. And also, because I wanted to represent coziness, of course, I used leather and wood. And for the nostalgic feeling, I tried to put some rattan, which we always see it in the mid-century furniture. For example, many of us in their grandmother's houses in the mid-century, most of them were, they used this kind of material in the furniture. And also these breeze blocks, you can see it also in the homes of 60s, 70s, sometimes 80s. And it's not connected for a specific region or a specific heritage. I think it's universal. I've seen this in the Mediterranean countries and in Asia and also in Latin America. So why not? Why not putting it? And the colors, they were the colors of sugar, vanilla, cinnamon, and all the things that we use in butter, and the things we use in baking.
Wait, Ulfat, before we move on,
Yes,
first of all, this was lovely to hear,
thank
honestly.
you.
Let me just read a comment. Sorry for interrupting, but to make it more interactive, Simon here says, love the concept and the process, especially where you take the senses and make them your central design element. This reminds me of the phenomenology, like in the book, The Eyes of the Skin. You should share a link to this one. But I absolutely agree. It's so interesting to listen to what you say and to the whole concept, and that you start at some point and you follow through. And I wanted to ask, this image here, is it a photo or is it AI generated?
No, it's in. I modeled this in 3D Max.
Oh, so it's your okay. This is I
Yes,
didn't even think about this
no
option.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
no AI.
so yeah, because I've seen from Nico's him showing that he creates such mood boards also with AI
Yeah,
for
I didn't
convenience.
try this. I tried this, but not in this project.
But this alone is just so stylish, and this just shows so much care, that I think as a client, if I see this and see somebody putting so much thought into this and creating something for me, I would know that I'm in good hands. Just to throw it in. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
sorry for the interruption, please continue.
No, no. I forgot to say that this is orange metal, and I put it to make to add some funkiness or modernness for the style of the project, and also to match the brand identity color. That's about the what I have to say about the material board. And here you see the project. By the way, these are renders. I rendered it in Veritone and then colored it in Photoshop. These isometric,
How did they look like when you render them? Because I personally, maybe
black and
because I'm an
white,
architect.
black and white, white background and black lines, and then
Okay,
I colored them in Photoshop.
I love this. I don't know if it's an architect or not, but this is just so cool. This is we should never forget that this also is visualization. People only think it's those photorealistic images. No, this also is everything which is meant to visualize a concept to people counts as visualization. So this belongs to it, and I love it because it's very informational, but also has its own style.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I will share some of the renders. These are 2D sections that made by my partner Ali. Thank you, Ali. Um,
Rachel.
okay. I don't want to take so much long time, because I
Take
think
your
most
time,
of you
please.
guys are
We're here to listen to you. This is why we were gathered today here. You are our star of the show, so please take your time.
okay. You can see this this render here. It's the final render, but I want to show you how it was before. It was like this. We can make some comparison here. And what are the things I made to make the image better? First of all, you can see here the terracotta tiles. Here they are all in the same color, but here I tried to make some darker and lighter tiles to make some I can't find the word, sorry. To make it more interesting, let us say. And here I tried to work more on this material, the glossy material here, and also the reflection of the metal. Here you can see clearly it's metal here.
Yep.
And also the most thing that made the biggest difference is the camera position. I lowered the camera and raised the camera target. By this way, I made the space more interesting, and I have a feeling that the ceiling is higher. If you can see both images.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Yes. So this thing is very a small trick, but I think it made a difference. For the lighting here, I was using a very, very big sun. And as you can see, the shadows are, you can see it at
Very
all.
soft, yeah.
But yeah, very, very, very soft. And I wasn't, I didn't know what is the problem, because at first I delivered this to the client in February 2024. And then I go back and render it again on the next year, 2025, February. So I didn't know what was wrong with it till my friend told me, Ulfat, why don't you just make a smaller sun? And I think it made a difference here. Also here the machines are gray, not white, because here you can see it was very white. And you can see all the details of them. Let us see another picture.
I have it. Before you continue, Fat,
Yes.
a small question
Yeah.
from the chat. Amit is asking if you used tile material with hue and gamma randomization to create those wall tiles, or how did you create them
By hand. By hand.
manually? Really?
Yeah.
Well, in future you can use the Corona tile material. I was like,
Yeah.
as it came out, many people were like, oh, Corona tile material, why do we need this? And until you use it at some point and you figure out that it is a great addition, we just were ungrateful brats when it came out and we didn't appreciate it enough. But try it out, because this will save you the time of doing it manually.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Also,
Thank
there's
you.
another thing I want to say. Here in this picture, you can see so much of the floor is showing, and we don't need it. So when I raise the target of the camera, less of the ground is showing, and I think this is so much better.
It is absolutely. The framing is so much more balanced, and as you said, the ceilings feel like they're higher, and there is more
Yes.
air in this
Yeah.
shot.
Yes, sure. Here, not so much difference, but also the ground and the camera target, and there was two tracks spotlights. I simply deleted them. Don't need them. I want to focus on the logo behind. And of course, the sun direction was different. And here you have so many unnecessary details here and here. I just made the camera target a little bit inside, and I worked more on the reflection of the material here, because it was very important in this shot. So you can compare before and after.
And it was absolutely a right decision from my point of view to remove those lights, because they are actually the only black element that you have in this
Yeah.
scene.
Yes.
It
Yes.
comes out without any blacks elsewhere, so these become kind
Yeah.
of too prominent, and these are just lamps, you know.
Agree. Okay. What else? I will not review all the shots for sure. There are too many, but I will try to show you some shots, some specific shots. For example, this one. I tried to make it to enhance it with AI actually, and you can see how the bread is enhanced by Crea, and here how it was. I think Crea made a little bit good difference here.
Absolutely, this is a fantastic shot. It really
Yes.
makes you wanna go buy bread. Honestly, just looking at it, I mean, it's very interesting, of course, because it's like European bread. This is something I was wondering as well, because I think there are other classical types like those flat breads. Oh, I think Ulfat just left. I hope she can join. Wait a second, please. Probably a connection drop or something. We'll just wait for Ulfat to join us. There she is once again. There you are.
Yes. Sorry for this interruption.
Oh, until I explain what happens, you are already back.
Okay. Let's continue. I was saying that I did some enhancement for the bread by Crea, and I wanted to say I don't know how is Crea nowadays, but when I did this, it has some mistakes. For example, in the wood, that's why I tried to make masks for the images to just take the part of the picture that I wanted. So, for example, here I just want the bread, so just select the bread by the mask. I don't want to be.
I don't use Crea, I use Magnific.
Oh,
But with
great!
Magnific, you also need to mask. Like AI is not that good that it makes everything perfect. This is my experience, at least.
Yes,
So masking still is a must.
yes, great. Okay, here we can see some trials for AI. Here, look how they
No.
were.
Okay. Okay.
At first, I tried to just to do a sea mask and just render the people alone, and put this only the people for Crea to enhance it. I tried to work on this at first, and I want to see to show you the difference between the raw render and the enhanced render. So they are by Crea again, and I was using CMask and cut the people and put them, and then enhance the whole image again by using some masks. I didn't have just one way. Every picture I tried a new way. Sometimes I get good things and results, and sometimes not. But I was amazed by the power of AI. Actually, yes, I was amazed.
In the meantime, you can do it quite conveniently with the Chaos AI enhancer. It's been improved a lot. The last demo I saw, you could even prompt the type of
Oh, great!
expression people
Yes,
will have, which is very cool. You can even change the race or the gender of the people.
really.
So yeah, just
Where?
so you know, that it's
Where?
an option for you with the Chaos AI enhancer, which is actually a part of of Corona and with the enhancing happening then on the cloud, so not locally. But in the beginning, it was very simple. It was just, you render 3D people and then you just get them enhanced, like more realistic, and that's it. But in the meantime, you can actually mask there as well. And you can also change the ethnicity of the people, their
Great.
gender, and their facial expression as well, which I think is very convenient because we're used to seeing those unbelievably happy people, which are of course a pleasure to look at, but at some point it just looks a bit artificial.
Great.
So having somebody who's, let's say, in deep thoughts or just looking at a distance or something is also a very nice way of getting some variety into our images.
Yes.
Just so you know. But what you did with Crea here is has worked out really, really well, and it's great to know this workflow where you mask them and you add the people and then you refine them step for step over and over again until you reach this really awesome final outcome.
Thank you. I want to show you some comparison in lighting between this picture and the other one. For example, here the direction of lighting didn't give me the contrast or the depth of shadows that I wanted. For example, you can see here this angle, here light and here also light, but here look, here light and here darker. So this is these small tricks are the things that makes the render better. I'm not saying that my renders are amazing, but maybe someone needs to listen for this small piece of
You're
advice.
not saying it. We are saying it. You're just a too humble person, but we are saying this. And let me just read you a comment from Amit so that you see it's not only me, who says, take your time. We're here to hear everything about this project from you as it is awesome. So like everything, we want to know everything. We'll be here for the next 8 hours. We want to know everything.
My back already hurts, so.
Okay, yeah, sorry, but
no, I'm just joking.
Have you here, and
me
obviously
too.
this
Me
project
too.
is great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And it's a pleasure. Do you feel like we talked about being nervous in the beginning? Now that we are already almost 2 hours in, do you still feel nervous?
No.
You see, so we're just hanging out and we're talking about this amazing project, and we wanna know more about it, because everything you're showing us fragments of a workflow which leads to this amazing outcome. And obviously people seeing those want to achieve something similar. So the more you share with us, of course, which is in the, let's say, convenient to you, is a win for all of us watching, myself included. Amit says, these are amazing, Ulfat. We like the images. You see?
Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much. Okay. This I tried to make a CMask to render just the people, or it was one of the trials. And here you can see the original models, and they were, by the way, all of them was from Cosmos library. I was amazed actually by the power of AI, but not of all you are seeing is AI. For example, this reflection was made by the traditional post-production. I only tried to put AI on people, sometimes on greenery and sometimes on food, but other things, no, I didn't try to enhance it. Or I tried, but I didn't like. And also I felt it's not, it's a bad thing. I don't know. It's not ethical.
So what I learned from this, or what I hear out of this, is that for an artist, it's important to not only, like AI comes out, it's a new tool, you're incorporated in your workflow, but it's also important to know the basics of post-production and to be good at post-production even without AI. Like you do AI with the people, but let's say your reflections or maybe some material patterns you enhance
by hand
under your own control.
Yes, of course. I tried to make some to make this. I tried to make some. If you can see here, I did a crop from the main image. Can you see it here? And put it and make some mask here to make the difference in the greenery here. because sometimes Crea, when you put a very big image with so much details, you get lost. So I tried to make some crops, and you can see here the subtle enhancement of the greenery. I think that
So
everything I made here is a little outdated here after banana, after nano banana.
not
Yes,
entirely. I
yes,
gotta say, I use Nano Banana often in recent times, but usually what it spits out is something which doesn't really have a great resolution. First of all, so I need to go over Magnific in order to make it, presentable in a way. And also, it's not like it does everything perfect. I think this attention to details, focusing on different areas, is something that I still do. So it's absolutely not outdated from my point of view. I mean, we can ask the chat if they see it as outdated. I do not. AI is not perfect. It's not a one-click solution yet. So we need to mask. We need to take care of separate areas. I also, like you, focus on different areas instead of just, making
yes,
an enhancement of the whole image and just putting it with transparency at top of my original render. It doesn't work like that.
yes. This is a really funny thing. Look at this model. I tried to make her look at her at the man,
And
but I
yeah,
couldn't. So I will show you the trials. I tried to make it by my hand. Wait, look. I
okay,
tried to
it's a bit
paint it.
creepy.
Yes, and it will be more creepy. Listen, yeah. And then I was everything I made here or draw or draw
Okay,
here. I tried to
listen,
enhance it, and actually I couldn't make her look at the man.
but she makes for a
Sorry.
great demon.
Yes. Okay. So here's some makeup, some eyeshadows, and at last I couldn't. So this was the best thing I can do. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, in
I
cases like
couldn't.
this, I would just
I
mirror
couldn't
her.
make her. I couldn't make her look at him. I tried, but it didn't work for me. Actually,
Yeah,
it
I
didn't work.
understand. I
Yes.
mean, I, I think you did great. Sometimes when people are in a conversation, one would still look to the side or at the sky or whatever. So I don't think it's such a bad thing. Obviously, it would be better what you were going for if they were looking at each other. Just
She is raising her hand so like this. So maybe she is waiting. She is calling the waiter. I want
yeah,
more. I
or
want
yeah,
more
maybe
water. Yes.
yeah, a bread, please. They look so tasty.
Yes. I think this is all what I want to share about this project. I don't know, guys, if you have any question or you want me to talk about anything else. I want to talk about only one last thing. Wait a minute. It's about the models here. Wait, where is? Yes, here. This model and this model. They weren't originally holding this tray or this box. Um, Actually, they looked like this. I think all of you know them. So I converted to a mesh and cut this hand, delete all this hand, and cut this hand also, and copy it and put it on the other way, so he can hold the tray.
Oh, you can hold something with both arms. Oh,
Yes, yes,
it's not visible, and
yeah,
especially with the enhancement on top of it, it's gone.
yes. And here, the other one was holding a bottle. It was easy to put a box in a place of a bottle. That's what.
That's I love the shot. I gotta say, just the amount of and this one where you had this dude. You
Yeah.
have a mirror shot, and obviously something needs to be there. I used to place a camera on a tripod there, like photographers
Ah.
often do.
Yes.
Um, I
Good
still have
idea.
some shots with the camera, but this time it's just the photographer himself, like taking the photos. It's so good. And can you go back to the shot from above, please? Because
Yes, sure.
um, just the when I say that the amount of love and effort, it may sound generic, like some compliments, but just take a look at all those scattered stuff. I've seen so many bakeries and cafes and stuff done by artists, and usually it's one and the same as said, just copy pasted a few times behind each other. But take a look at these, like every croissant has a different direction to it, and you have the interaction between the customer and the seller, and you gave them a box full of donuts, which every donut is different. Like obviously if I would go there, I would also like to taste all of them, so I would want a box of different donuts. And then the guys working in the back, like the storytelling here of this shot, because it seems like this is some really nice bakery, or franchise, or whatever you want to call
Yes,
them.
the main concept was to make an open kitchen so the people can see the stuff when it's made in front of their eyes. So this thing made them know that this is 100% fresh.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
this is depicted here. Even though before you tell it, I could see it here. You have clearly shown us with those people who are currently working on it, with the one who's, making the dough, and the other one who's, taking the baked goods, maybe not with his bare hands out of the oven. I hope not. But you're just telling so much story, and this care. This is what is not only the realism and the lighting and the beautiful colors and all of this, because once again, we talked about color and saturation. We have here those very nicely saturated, let's say orange and green. But the amount of work, as Danushka put it here, somewhere, let me find the comment. Where is it? Where is it? Um, he said, yeah, normally others will enhance the whole thing and call it a day, but your efforts made the difference and the images look amazing. And this is exactly, you pay attention to every area that you work on, or you two guys, I
Good.
mean, you and your partner, that everything looks right. You don't give up and just say, this is already good enough, I'll just deliver it. You make sure that it is good enough, that you tell the story of your client, that you meet the needs of your client. And to me, this is exactly what makes a wonderful professional, um, because this is what we are there for. We're not 3D artists to show off our skills. We're there to help others with depicting their concepts, their ideas, their visions. And what you've done here is exactly what you described in the beginning. Like you said you wanted to do this and that, this was the task, and then you turned it into wonderful images. This is why
Thank you.
so many people are here and want to hear from you. Abdi says, beautiful project and renders, really lovely shots, congrats.
Thank you.
um, oh, here comes the criticism, you see. uh,
Tell me,
he
please.
says,
Tell me.
I just wish that the floor would also show some signs of activity in that bakery. It is simply too clean, in my opinion, but I'm being very, very picky here. Um, Obviously, we with a project like this, we can only be picky. And when we say something, to criticize it, it's just because we see that with you're a perfectionist, you want to make it all right, and we try to contribute to that by saying things like this. And yeah, I mean, in a bakery, obviously there are clean people, but especially in this area that you depict here, a bit of a weight on the floor or something
Yes,
wouldn't be.
I agree,
um,
but I don't know if it's. Is it good to put some flour on the floor?
Obviously it shouldn't look dirty. This is like the balance thing. If you just put like the floor bags on the floor randomly, maybe there it should be like something like this, like the rice bags or the floor bags or
Yeah.
something which is a bit more
Uh,
for the process of baking.
yes.
This is
Yes.
probably the
I
thing that
agree. Yes. True. True. Yes.
but you've already done so much, and as Abdi says himself, it is just
Thank you.
being very, very picky just to say something, um, because we see that you care, and this is why we try to contribute to it. And all of those, tables with all the stuff, this just makes this is just appealing. This is visually appealing to people that see this and see like, okay, I wanna go there and get those goods. So you didn't only depict the architecture, which would have been enough. You went beyond that. You actually depict their projects in an attractive way.
I tried.
And
I tried.
yeah, this
Yes.
is why. Um,
Thank you. I'm happy you like it. Thank you so much.
yeah, this is why we're so eager to hear everything you want to
I'm
share about
still,
this
by the
one.
way, I'm
Because,
still not sure about the lighting in this project. I'm still not sure. I don't like it so much.
but why? I mean, I think it was a great idea to have a smaller sun so that your shadows are a bit more pronounced. Also, rotating it as you shown on one of the images where you were
Yes,
rotating it to get
yes,
more plasticity,
yes,
like a darker and shadowy side, more depth. Um, but you cannot really. I don't think you can go with, let's say, a sunset, like low sun or something, because you this will add too many topics. We have the architecture to look at, we have the materials to look at,
yes.
we have the bakery goods, and if we have this atmospheric lighting atop of everything, it would be too much.
Maybe
Many
I
would go
could
with
I have to work with the color grading, for example. Uh, but I was afraid because the project is already colored. What do you think?
I like the shots the way they are. This is why I wanted you to talk about them, and which is why we talk about color and saturation. Not everything needs to be washed out and vanilla and desaturated. We also need to stand out visually. I don't say put both colors in every render. We just saw some examples of fantastic works done with the vanilla color scheme with beige, white, and gray. But in your case, there is some, like everything you already did this mood board where everything is really nicely harmonized and fitted to each other. So I don't think you need to. Yeah, sure. Like with a shot like this, you can certainly desaturate the tomato sauce for the pizza or something like this, with the reds. But at the same time, in real life, we also like everything is already so harmonious. So having a color stick out a bit here and there, to me, is there for bring some more energy into the shot and more authenticity as
Yes,
well.
I
I
agree. Yes.
I
By the way, I tried to write by my own hand, writing every kind of pizza in Arabic.
So all of those labels aren't just random stuff, but it's the actual pizza.
Uh, kind of, kind of.
I'm so happy we'll never talk about a project of mine here because I'm so lazy compared to you.
I
It's
tried
just
to
a
put
shame.
it to write here also on these labels, but it was overexposed, so it's not visible.
Um, no, Amir asks if you could share the raw render for the pizza shot before the post production, if it is possible to you. If not, then so be it.
Yes, sure, but I think it's very very far. Maybe I can send it for him. It's
Yeah,
not
of
here.
course, of course.
I
Everything which that you're comfortable with, and if you do those labels manually and spend that time,
yeah,
uh, I'm maybe because I'm a lazy artist. Everything I spend extra time on, I make sure to show it's very much in your face than for everybody else because I have to show it off. So if I were you, I would do close-ups on those things. Just give them a bit of a bump so that, let's say, they look more realistic, those labels, and then you can do some close-ups because you've put in this amazing, unique effort, already.
okay.
So show it off. You've earned yourself the right to do that.
I was trying to show it off, but I don't know. Uh, there was too many shots and too many cameras. Now I want to share with you the Kling AI. Maybe,
Oh yeah,
but first
and
of all, maybe we have to show the animation,
yes, please.
the full
Should I
animation.
show it or you?
Yes, yes. Can you show it, please?
Yeah. By the way, Abdullah Al Sharif. I don't know if you know him or not, but
Yes,
he
sure.
says
He's my
great.
friend.
Oh, okay. He says great handwriting though. Um,
Thank you.
he can read it better than I. It looked very, very cool, but I assume these are just some generic labels. But of course, it's you, so they had to be, um, you know, um, done manually and with all
Yes.
the love and care in the world. Uh, okay, let me see if I can share my screen and show this
If you can't find it,
animation.
I will.
I have it prepared. I'm prepared.
Great.
So here we are, right?
Yes.
Let's start it with without sound,
Yes.
unfortunately, because the sound shoots wonderful and it's lovely. But yeah, there she goes. She was looking at a different
AI
direction, and
AI solved the problem.
yeah, this is just so good. And also those different speeds that you went with. It's not just all in the same speed. Sometimes it's a bit sped up.
Sometimes it's I didn't mean to do it. Not every time.
Shh, don't say this. You absolutely meant to do it, and this is exactly perfect.
That's all.
No, but this is also the depth of field. It's just so lively. Like, did you show this to your client?
What?
Did you show the animation to your client, or
Yes, he saw it, but it was in a late phase of the project.
and what did they say about this?
They liked it. Yes.
Eh,
Uh,
Obviously, they did.
by the way, the project was built and it's working from since a year. I have to show you the actual photos of it.
So it's already open.
Yes.
Oh, nice. And what did like? Let's say you did this animation and you showed them to the client. What's the next step? Do you sell it to them? Do you gift the video to them, or just show it and do nothing more with it? What's, let's say, the business following step after creating this video?
Nothing. Nothing. I'll just show it to them. And actually, it was like I told you in a little later phase. So they didn't use it actually because the project was already built and open, but they like it.
Yeah,
And they just like it. Actually I made it for myself because I wanted to share it and to make something with AI to give it a try. So it's not for the client. I just wanted to try. So if you want, I can share from the Kling AI website if you want.
yeah. So this was done with Clink
Yeah.
and with. Did you use it? Do you have a subscription there, or
Yes. Yes, I have.
so you would say it's worth investing in this because once again we're not doing any advertisement here. It's just artists sharing things they find useful, and if you say yeah, I think it's good because let's say animated something like this gains a lot of attention on social media and this shows off a lot of my skill. It's definitely worth creating those animations and having a tool for that. Would you say this is the case with Kling?
The subscription just help you to make more trials, just more trials, and in AI, not all the trials gives you the results that you want. That's why I had to make a subscription. And by the way, I like to experiment more to see the best I can reach for. But maybe someone would like to just make one or two or three trials and that's all. Um, you don't
Yeah.
have to pay for it. Everyone has uh, have to do whatever he wants. That's all.
Yeah, there are different plans there. You don't need to buy so much credit. So,
Yeah.
but there's a question here by Fran, who says, "Great work. Can you tell us more about the workflow with Kling AI? I have a
Yes.
lot of trouble animating my static renders with it without creating hallucinations or poor results."
Okay, let us
Uh,
see it together if you want. I am
Please out
opening.
and stop sharing. And in the meantime, I'll read some further comments because people are getting wild here. Amit,
Are
they
there
can
still
use this.
are there people here to, still
Of
for now?
course,
Yeah,
of
really?
course, they are more active than in the beginning now.
Great.
Um, they finally get what they're here for. They don't want to hear me; they want to hear you. So yeah, Amit says they can use your animation on one of their screens for repeated advertisement in the cafe. I also would use it if I were them, despite this being already implemented and built. Um, and your friend Abdullah says, Um, think the videos help selling or convincing the client with your vision and work because they look more relevant to them and help them visualize the space or
Of
project. So
course.
yeah, maybe
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Danushka says, "Yo, we're still here." If you ask Danushka and Amit, these people are like crazy. Yeah, we could have an 8-hour show and they'll still be here. Which I'm of course just making fun of, but I'm also very thankful for. These are amazing artists and
Me
amazing
too.
community members, Amit and Danushka, and everyone who's here with us today. You're awesome, ladies and gentlemen. You make this
Yes.
show
Thank
so
you.
much more interactive, and it's a pleasure for me to host this, for you to watch, and to have Ulfat here. And you, Ulfat, wanted to show us something.
Yes.
So please do.
Okay. Let's share the entire screen. Okay. Here is Kling AI website. Okay.
Yep.
So for example, here there was some hallucinations like they said,
Oh.
yeah. I was trying to move from 2 frames, so that's why it was chaos here.
So you had the starting frame and an end frame, and you were
Yes,
moving between those.
yes, and
Okay.
I didn't like the result at all. Here, I just tried let the persons work. And if you remember, there was a client here, so the client just went to open the open.
I'll do it myself. I don't want to wait anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
but here too, it was wrong. Um,
So did you bear with it, or did you fix it, or did you just
keep
move away
trying,
from this?
keep trying. For example, this was good from the first, but the first 1 second was not rational. So I just cut the last part. When she hold what I call it. When she hold it, it
The
was
jack, I don't know. I'm also
yeah,
not sure.
yeah. It was a little bit weird, but the next half of the video is okay. So I just cut what I wanted. And you can see the prompt here that let the woman pour coffee into the drippers and let the steam comes up after she pours. That's all. Here,
So you take the parts that work and
yes,
just discard those parts that don't look as
exactly,
you want.
exactly.
Okay.
You can't have the whole clip uh, uh, rational, or I mean, you can't have a whole clip good. You have just
Yeah.
to cut the part that you want, the best part. Here I
Okay.
was saying let the pizza chef move. Yeah, here was something wrong here too. So I just try to make this a lot.
So you would say it's probably a bit difficult if you, let's say, wanted to animate instead of animating in Corona, for example, you would make this transition between two shots,
Mm.
yeah, to static images. You wouldn't say that you can really replace your animation rendering in Corona or whatever render
No,
engine you use
no, no.
with the AI.
For maybe some people can, but for me I can't. So by the way, Kling AI has a channel on YouTube. So and they have some good tutorials. So I was trying to learn from it. For example, this term rotate lens, I learned it from them and tried over and over again to look for this. Oh, look, it's crazy.
Oh,
It's crazy.
that's cool. Honestly.
Yes, it's cool but crazy. Look, this too. There was 2 frames here too. I am trying to reach for the yeah. Look, zoom in the camera and move the pizza chef and the waiter. This one was good, I think. Yes, it was a good shot,
Yeah.
and he understand to zoom in with the camera, so that was
So
good.
it was good
Yes,
from start to finish.
yes.
Okay.
Um,
So Francesco, it seems like you need to go visit the YouTube channel by Kling and just follow their guidelines and just
Yes,
experiment a
maybe
lot.
sometimes you can say you can find some, and you can see the prompts that I am using, guys. Here, for example, move the people, move the people, move the people again. So I find that when you say just move the people, not just when you say move the people in general, he can do it better than if you said for him, let the people laugh or let the people talk or just move the people and he will do the job.
So
Don't say so many details.
okay, the less details, the better. The more authentic it is.
Yes, he can do it by himself, and it will be better
Okay,
actually. Yes,
you
that
need to
was
bear with it. And which compositioning software did you use to stitch then all those fragments together or those videos together?
CapCut on the
Oh,
mobile. Yes.
yeah, on mobile even. Okay,
Yeah.
I use
Yeah.
it too, but
It's very simple. So here I also said move people, and the photographer was moved at the end of the clip. Did you see?
yeah,
That's all.
yeah. This is
And
great.
for example, sometimes he can add people. For example, here, these people I didn't put on my renders. He just add them. And this
As
was
long as they
actually
make sense.
no. Here no. Here no. But look, this one was okay.
Great.
Sometimes he have problems with the scale. I think this one was had a problem, or I don't know. This one of them had some problems. No, not this one. He had very tall people sometimes, and the scale is wrong. Ah, here, look.
Okay, totally screwed up. Okay, but
This one
would you
too.
say that having? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, maybe this is just these Japanese floor counters. But do you think that when you have a person already in the frame, it is better
Yes,
for Clink or for AI to
I
find the
think
scale, the correct
I
scale?
think yes, it's better when you already have a person, you just move it. But if Kling AI has to add a person, um, sometimes it's off scale, like here.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Look here. I was looking for this prompt. Rotate lens around slightly. So guys, write this around. Yes, it's very good. Look, it's very nice and smooth, and this is
yeah.
what I wanted. That's all about Kling. It's very simple. That's all.
Yeah, so many experiments and following their guidelines and letting the AI also do its own stuff. This is what I learned from this. Thanks a lot for showing. And we have a question with which I think we can move over to the Q&A section. We have a
Sure.
question from your friend Abdullah. Okay. Now, just to finish this topic with Clink, Franz says, thanks for the tip. It's comforting that the results are similar to mine. I will try to generate more videos, but I will also use the trick of cutting only the useful seconds and discarding the craziest parts.
Yes.
Makes a
Yes.
lot of sense.
Yes.
Your friend Abdullah, and guys, if you have questions for Ulfat, first of all, thank you very much, Ulfat, for this presentation. It was so good to see stuff behind the scenes of this wonderful project.
Thank you.
So his question, as much as I adore the attention to details and the general sense of perfectionism, I want to ask Ulfat, how does she balance between that and the scope of work regarding deadlines and milestones and everything? And is it true that sometimes perfect is the enemy of good? These are fantastic questions.
Yes.
Please tell us about it.
Okay. As you saw, the first renders I was showing at first are the renders that I handled to the client, because here we are not just doing a visualizing job, we were doing design job. So we had only to make to deliver the understandable pictures for the contractor to make uh, just clear pictures. You don't have to make the most amazing renders at that stage. But later on, when I wanted to publish the project, I tried to make better quality of renders. So the renders that you saw, they weren't the final thing the client got.
Yeah, so I hope people watching this show, I'm sure some of them remember, as one time we talked about how to deal with projects we are not satisfied with the outcome of, where I shared a work of mine which was like nice, it was looking okay, um, but it was nothing to write home about, so I wouldn't share it at all. But
Yeah.
then I went back, reworked it a bit, and showed it to everyone to see. I mean, I don't say that in your case you weren't happy with with the outcome the first time around. Your clients were happy. You did your design job. You presented this space in a great way. But before you add it to your portfolio, you can add
Yes.
that extra something which in turn shows people what you're capable of
Yes. Of
and
course.
brings you new clients.
Yes. Exactly.
To get it right?
Yes, exactly. This is the thing that I try. And by the way, this when this project came, I have to finish it in only 2 weeks. 2 weeks from the very basic concept to the last render. Only 2 weeks.
With the whole design concept and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. But the working drawings and the technical drawings had another 2 weeks. But it was a very, very fast track project. So of course it was possible to do all this in 2 weeks. It was possible. The design itself is very tiring stage. So when you reach the rendering, you are, I can't do anymore. I just threw a light and some cameras, and that's all. And I don't feel shy to say that I'm a
You
human and I have limits.
Yeah, obviously
Yeah,
you cannot work for 2 weeks day and night. You just break your mentality, and you just this won't be worth it. No money will be worth it. It will
of
be
course.
absolutely awful for your health. So yeah, this is
Uh,
exactly, but this is the thing. This is what I was trying to say to many, and to many when I talked about this. It was I think it was Estella who said it's a slap in the face. You have the freedom. These images are yours. You have the model. You have the freedom to change them to the way you envision them. You want them to be in terms of quality, and then share them. You can, of course, if you want to be perfectly correct, you can say that this is, let's say, your own take, your own version, or an updated version of a client project, so that people know what it is. But obviously you did it, so you're capable of it, and the next client who comes around the corner will see those what you shared with us today, and will be like, these people at Narrative are amazing, I want to go work with them.
yes. By the way, most of the clients just don't care about the render quality. My clients. I mean, the clients who wants design, not visualizing clients. In my case,
Yeah,
they just want something to understand. But later
obviously.
on, I try to make it better so I can show it to people and put it in my own portfolio. By the way, I forgot to show you one thing. I won't be late. It will be just seconds. Can you see my screen?
Sure.
Okay. These are the pictures for the design after it was made. What do you think?
Oh, this is already the actual photo of the place.
Yes, after they made our design.
Okay, I wouldn't have known the difference. Honestly, good that you told me. So yeah, once again, this is a showcase of the quality of your work. First of all, the design is very cool. I really like it. I can imagine feeling right there. This is such a spacious concept. It feels like one can just go there and have a good time. And also your renders were so close. I mean, respect to you, respect to the builders, respect to everyone involved, because the clients got with you and got the final outcome. What you showed them and what the final outcome was is more or less the same, which is
Yes. Thanks.
perfect.
Also, thanks to my partner Ali, because without the right technical drawings and coordination, it will not be. We wouldn't have this result.
Absolutely, you did a fantastic job there, and yeah, I mean, people are also very, very excited about what you're showing here,
Thank
and
you. Thank you,
rightfully
guys.
so. It's great, and yeah, where you just talked about your clients. I mean, there was some question. Was a question here by Amir, but you answered this. Like, how long did you spend to work on those? It was those 2 weeks in the beginning that you had from
Yes.
concept to realization or
But
to
re-rendering
implementation.
took about 2 months, maybe.
Okay, so adding details and
Yeah.
experimenting with AI is more time than developing a whole new restaurant or bakery. Good to know. Um, Wait a second, there is a comment by Danushka, and then we'll talk a bit more about your clients. Are you still okay? I mean, the people here, once again, they're absolute maniacs. They will sit with us for 4 or 5 hours if we want to.
I
How are you feeling?
yes, I'm very okay. I'm very happy. But I wish
Okay.
I didn't bore them.
You absolutely didn't. You see, they're more active now than in the beginning. It's just that, once again, getting a glimpse behind the work and the workflow of an artist like you is of such high value.
Thank you.
So yeah, okay. They're getting crazy. Amit says we're okay if Ulfat is okay. Nobody cares about good old Theo. But okay, let's see here a comment by Danushka. He says, by the way, from the moment Ulfat started explaining about the aroma and texture of the food, it convinced me that you are an amazing designer. And with that level of design expertise, plus you have this level of 3D skills, you go really, really far. And I will wish you all the best. And I'm
So
so
much.
glad you're super active on our group. You see?
Thank you so much,
Good.
guys. Thank you. Very kind.
Um, Leslie says, "Hi Ulfat, lovely work all around. Please, how did you get the 3D model of the lady to have the branding of the bakery? Which lady is it? The one?
Yes, she was wearing the yes, the one who was pouring coffee, I think.
Yeah, this one. This
Um,
she get the branding.
uh, I just changed the material. It was from Kay's uh,
Cosmos.
Cosmos, yes, and I just changed the material of the what they call it. I think they are wearing.
The apron, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the apron. So, oh yeah. So I think you could do this with a decal very easily. If you don't, if there is not already, let's say, a logo atop of it, then you should change the material. Otherwise, just do it with the decal. This is the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
Um, and if you want to get funky, you can just take a look at some AI and try to create the logo as if it was made of fabric, like of
Uh,
single fabric.
mm,
I don't know what they're called, nodes, and then make this into a PNG with a transparent background, and then use it as a deco, and then you can have a nice stitch atop of
nice.
an apron or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
This
Nice.
is the easiest way I know of doing it. Let's go back to your clients. You talk about your clients. This was a Saudi Arabian client, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah.
The bakery. Where do your clients? So it seems like you have international clients.
Yes.
How do you find those? Um,
It's very easy. Sharing your work
okay, this
on
is the first time I hear this, but okay.
just share your work, guys. Share your work on Behance and try to put when you upload the project. Try to make some I don't know how to say it. Look, wait a minute. Sometimes Behance let you write 10 words to describe your projects. 10, not
Text?
a sentence, not a sentence. It's
Do you mean those small texts, those describatory
no.
words, the text, or some meta words, or just a caption,
It's like
title? You can
yes,
search for the word.
yes. For example, this project Butter Bakery, I wrote bakery. For example, I wrote a cafe. Can you see me?
Your hashtags. Oh yeah, the hashtags.
Yes,
Thanks,
yes,
Simon.
hashtags. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, try to put hashtags. I think they are the one that helped me. By the way, this project Butter Bakery came for me because I did put a hashtag of bakery in an older project. It was 2 months before the client came to me, and it was a very 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 small bakery, like as a very very small kiosk. And just because I put a bakery, he found me, and we made this very big place. And by the way, we did for him 5 branches.
Wow, nice.
Yes,
So using the hashtags or the tags on Behance
yeah,
already helps a lot, and
because the client will go on Behance and just search for bakery or search for cafe.
okay. So instead of putting the usual tags with 3ds Max, render
No,
lovers, and all of this, you put the tags of the types of works that you share, so that the clients who search for those in future can find them. Correct?
exactly, yes.
Okay. You see, and how about Amir asks, so Behance is better than Instagram for you?
Yes. Look, both of them are good. For a very long time of my life, Behance was the main thing that I get clients from. And I think that the people on Behance are more serious than any platform, any else platform. I don't like Instagram. Actually, I don't like it a lot because I can't keep up with the people on Instagram. Actually, I think it's an application for lifestyle. For example, if I was a fashionista or a makeup artist or something, my numbers would be high on the sky. Or if I was a blogger that I am showing my lifestyle, also I will get much more numbers. But in our profession, actually, it's a little bit hard. So that's why I don't like Instagram. And also sometimes I feel that Instagram punishes you. Yeah, if you didn't post for a long time, he punishes you. He just blocks you a little
Oh
bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. If you don't post for a long
yeah.
time, you don't get so much exposure afterwards. After you
And by the way,
post,
now
yeah,
Behance, you have to pay also on Behance to get the pro thing.
you're using a pro version, and you
No,
think
no,
it's a
I
good.
didn't. I didn't use the pro version.
But do you think it's a good, worth investing money in it?
I didn't try, but unfortunately, pro isn't available in my country. I can't pay it to.
You can do it VPN,
I don't
but
know.
we're not talking about it in
Yeah,
a live stream.
yeah. I don't
And
use.
how about LinkedIn? Do you use LinkedIn? Because
No,
it is the main professional network.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't
so
understand it.
Behance.
I don't. I don't understand how to work.
I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of Instagram. I don't know how, out of all platforms, this is the one who won out when it comes to presenting images, because images like yours, and I also tend to go for more details in my renders, they get lost when you have such a small square image. It's just,
Yes.
you just
By
see the general.
yes, and also by the way, in this project I had to make some renders again because Instagram changed the the aspect of the pictures.
Ratio.
Yeah, I have to do it again for Instagram, and it was very frustrating
Yeah.
actually.
And LinkedIn is full of very
They are very professional.
of people who are full of themselves too much. I don't like it that much as well,
Me
but
too.
I think it's needed at least here in Europe. But good to know that you recommend Behance that
Yes.
much and that it
Yes.
works so well for you. Um, um, yeah, and now a question that I had here written down and had prepared for you, and I think at some point Amir also asked in the comments. It was like, um, where do you get your inspiration from? Like, we had to come up with a design. Obviously, in this particular case, you showed us very nicely how you just start on a logical base. Like, this is a bakery. What a feeling does a bakery provoke in one? And then step by step. But where else do you get your inspiration for in general? From real life, from walking around your city, from books, movies, photography, from plants, I assume, from other 3D works, from following other 3D artists, or your own fantasy work, or a mix of all?
Yes, like you said, it's mix of all. I think that movies are the most thing, but there is a difference between an artist and a designer, because an artist just do whatever he wants and whatever he feels, and a designer has a job to make. For example, this project, I had a brand that I have to extract something from it. So my inspiration was the brand itself and the bakeries itself, or the goods that the brand sells. But if I was doing a personal project for myself, like you saw, sometimes it's movies, or sometimes a person that I saw, I and I wanted to make something around his personality, for example, or plants. So
Yeah,
much.
because those projects that you shown in the beginning, like the one was movie inspired, so to speak. But I think it's very difficult because I personally have it easier when I have a task and a problem to solve. But when you give me all the freedom in the world, I'm just sitting there and don't know where to start. And I think finding this starting point is something difficult for many artists. Some immediately know what they want to do and have a very clear vision. This is impressive to me. I cannot do that at all. So yeah, this was interesting to know where you find your starting point of let's say a work which is not a design obligation where you have all the freedom in the world. You just start with a movie or with an idea, with a character, with something, right?
Yes, true. Yes.
Okay. And how do you train your 3D skills? Like, do you with projects like the ones you showed me, right, where you are just going crazy, going wild, and just depicting something awesome, or do you go to courses, or do you follow tutorials, or do reproductions? There are many ways to exercise one's skills.
Yes, actually, the last time I had a course was in 2017. It was with Forbexus, if you know them, from Vietnam.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I took this course with my friend Osama. If he's here, I want to say hi. And we learned Corona very very early. In 2007, it was very early to.
Mhm.
There wasn't so much people to learn. They are working at Corona in 2017. Um, that was the very last course I take. And unfortunately, I did a very big mistake that I didn't continue working in Corona. I switched back to V-Ray because I was. I have something bad in my character, that I am always afraid of change.
Okay,
Yes,
I can
I'm
understand.
always. I don't like to go out of my comfort zone. So after I took the course, I did a good project in it, but I was too afraid to switch from V-Ray. So I was stuck in V-Ray for another 4 years. In 2020, I took a project. Its name was Savant. It was the very first cafe I do. It was in Qatar, um, and I said, why not? Let me try Corona. Let me try. What will happen? Let me try. And I got amazing results compared to V-Ray. Actually, I don't like Viray, if I'm allowed to say. I like Corona so much better. Uh, then I started to practice how I practice in the free time I have. I never have free time and go to rest. Never in my life. I can't rest. I just open 3D Max and open my old projects and re-render it, or try to make a personal project. That's all.
That's great. Danushka here says, first time hearing somebody go from Corona to Viray. But
I was Viray at
absolutely,
first, then Corona, then Viray, then Corona.
yeah, but it seems like when you challenge yourself and decide to change something, it really pays off. Not only with Corona, because your works in Corona are fantastic, and obviously it makes a lot of sense for Corona to suit you better. You are an archviz artist, and this is what Corona is meant for. Whereas V-Ray is this juggernaut,
Yes,
which
very
is made
technical.
made yeah, it's made to handle everything,
Yeah.
animation, Hollywood movies, whatnot. And obviously it's then too complex when we can focus only on a certain area. So it makes a lot of sense. But today you challenge yourself to being here and to talking in front of these people for nearly 3 hours now. And as Amit says, if you watch the recording later, you see how Ulfat has opened up. At the start, she looked a bit nervous,
Yeah.
and now she's so fluent and talking so freely. Well done, Ulfat. So
Thanks.
change works for you. Some people try change and it doesn't really work, but for you, it pays off absolutely. Just look at
Thank you.
yourself. We're just hanging out. We hang out last week as we talk without any audience and stuff, and it's such a pleasant talk. Nobody wants this to finish. People are still there, happily listening for us for
Thank
almost
you.
3 hours. Um, and yeah, this makes a lot of sense. And yeah, we just want to extract more from you and hear more from you because we have you here, and this is something unique to us. I think I
Thanks.
wanted to ask you about the AI topic, but I think we all see that you see it as a tool that you just integrate in your workflow to make the most out of it, being it with this animation or just enhancing people. How do you see the future of it, though? How do you see, let's say, what do you imagine in 5 years or in 10 years? The role of AI in our field.
Actually, the future is already happening. I think that I saw very amazing renders with putting people inside. I don't know if it's Nano Banana or it's uh, Gemini, but that's why I tried to publish the project before it's become old. So it's very fast, and I feel that I can't follow everything. Actually, I can't.
It develops very quickly, indeed. But people should follow it. This is what you would advise people, like because obviously there are people you saw Alireza, and we're not judging anyone here. Everyone is entitled to their opinion and to view the things how they like in our community. But like Alireza, every time he says, "Yeah, no, I don't use AI here." So obviously, and there are many other artists who also are not big fans of AI and don't want to use it. So
Yes, yes.
what's your opinion generally? I mean, it's your opinion as it is, exactly as they are entitled to theirs, you're entitled to yours. So would you say use it, try to learn it to keep up, or would you say do whatever you please?
Actually, I don't like AI too. I really, I don't know. I don't like it, but we have to. We have to use it. We have to learn it. If we didn't learn it at some point, we will be very, very old-fashioned. Let me say. We have to
We
follow
want to
it.
be able to hold up.
Yeah,
I can.
yes, we have to follow it. And also, it makes me really sad when I remember all the years we were trying to learn something, and now you can do it very fast. It's sad, but this is life.
But as far as I see it in the moment, I absolutely understand you. But as far as I see it, you still needed those wonderful bays of yours in order to have AI enhance it or create this video, but you still had your solid foundation to build it up. I don't think that you can suck at modeling, texturing, and everything and just let AI do the work and be exactly as good as artists who are seasoned and who know how things work. It's not the case. You still need your basic. You still need to understand light, composition,
Yes.
storytelling, and all of that. AI won't do everything for you anyway. So I think the things that we learned over time, they're still with us and they still help us use AI the right way, or to our advantage.
I,
But I don't think you could just skip all of that phase and just go to AI and then be on the same level as artists like yourself. It doesn't work.
I don't. Uh, I don't know actually, but I think that everyone has something to say, at least a story to tell, and this maybe at some point this will be the um, this will be the most important thing, not the quality of renders, maybe the story behind it, maybe.
Yeah. And I think the basics, just like those impactful images, you gotta know how to do them. You gotta know what lands. And once again, what you just said here, the expertise doesn't only end with visualization. Oftentimes, we also need to design stuff. Like maybe you're a design studio in your case, but I'm not a design studio. I'm a official visualization studio, but I
Yes,
have
but you can
really,
do some stories in your visualization too, in your
I also
visuals.
had
Yes, of course, and you have a style too.
I never had an interior which somebody told me how to design. It was almost always empty floor plans that were given to me with the size of the apartment, the rooms, but there was no furniture whatsoever, and I had to come up with it.
Yeah.
So, and this is where this design process comes in, where you try to analyze the client, their needs, and all of that. And AI cannot do that. They can
Yes,
do generic stuff, and
I
this
agree.
could be nice if you know how to control it, but it's as a top. It's not a replacement. This is how I see. Once again, with all due respect to everyone who does not agree with this. Abdi shared, by the way, some really two nice pages. Arc Daily, obviously, we all know this, but also House. This is a platform where you can also share your work, especially if you're into archviz. So check it out, and maybe you can share your work there as well for the chance of getting some additional clients.
Thank you.
um,
Thank you.
I have one final question, which is, do you have any recommendations for books, movies, music, or plants? If you want
Plants?
something which, yeah, it's not 3D related, but it's maybe just a nice addition or inspiration
Okay.
to those. I mean, even a house plant, why not? I mean, you see,
Yes.
you don't see it, but I have one palm tree behind me.
Yes.
Um, I like it. I like having plants in my studio, so why not?
Yes, of course. For plants, if it's inside, I think cactus are very easy, and it's hard to kill. You can't kill it easily. The only one will kill a cactus is water it so much. So if you forget it without water, it will live. It's okay.
Yeah, this is the issue, but people forget it forever,
It's
and
okay.
it
It will live. By the way, I had a small cactus. I put it in a bigger pot, and I thought that I throw it away. After a year, 1 year, I get back to it, and it was living. 1 year without water. It was
okay.
alive. Yeah. So it's hard
So,
to kill.
guys, take cacti. I'm not sure about
Cactus.
the plural
Cactus.
form of this.
Yes.
And about books, music, movies. Of course, it could be 3D related, but also maybe not 3D related.
I don't know. I like to hear electric music. I like Daft Punk, and I like Linkin Park. That's all.
Did you imagine this? Be honest here. I'm sure you're looking at Ulfat's renders and you're like, oh, she's listening to some very casual melodies, and actually Ulfat is headbanging the whole time. So this is it. Um, Linkin Park. Now you know, and any, let's say, literature or course or some source of inspiration for you, or just watching good movies and analyzing them, what Nikos always recommends.
Yes, yes. I try to analyze movies, but actually, to be honest, I don't watch a lot of movies because I am always working.
Hmm.
I don't have the time.
Being a 3D artist, you
Yes,
know.
I don't have the time.
Okay, I'll read one final very nice message from Simon to you. Um, he says, "You're because you're living in Palestine." He says, "I wish you the best. I hope
Thank you.
peace will be everywhere.
Thanks.
Wish health, safety, and prosperity. Keep rendering and keep bringing inspiration." Great way
Thank you.
to end this talk because you absolutely do that. You inspire us a lot,
Thank you.
and
Thank you for being so kind, Theo, and thank you for having me. It's really a very big opportunity for me, actually. Thank you so much, and thank you
um,
everyone for being till now. 3 hours.
yeah, it's been
Yes,
almost 3 hours.
yes, almost 3 hours.
But I know these people, and I know a lot of people watch this show as a video podcast. So they work on multiple monitors and have it on the side, but they like to listen to it. And you'll be amazed by how many people will watch the recording afterwards. I promise you that we go over 1,000 views because not everyone can show up. Some are watching the Nikus webinar, obviously, and many are still working or stuff. But
Yes.
people always make sure to watch it. I'm amazed by this, honestly. Amit says, nice show. Well done, Ulfat. See you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Theo, for
Thank you
this
so much.
amazing show. It was such a pleasure to meet. It was, this is, a situation where I can really say I could sit here for 5 more hours and just hang out with Ulfat and all of you. It's a true pleasure to me. But yeah, at some point we need to put a full stop to it. And I think this is the point now. But before we wrap up, I gotta remind you that next week I won't be there in the group at all because I'll be in Bulgaria
Yeah.
for the Chaos Connect days. And once again, I plan to share shorts with you as I did when I went to the Beam event on our YouTube channel. So make sure to follow those if you want to, let's say, feel or get the feeling of being a part of this. I will travel there on Sunday just to spend a few days with my parents before the event begins on next Wednesday, or which is I think October 22nd. But from time to time, I'll be sharing shorts with you to keep you and to make you a part of my experience. So gladly check them out. And don't forget our Discord channel. And yeah, thank you very much, Ulfat. It was a huge pleasure to have you here.
Me too. Thank
Um,
you.
and it was such a pleasure to have you all guys in the comments be so active and hang out with us for 3 hours. And to those who watched the recording, I hope you have fun as well or had fun as well. And yeah, have a great rest of October. Don't forget the Cosmos and the Remise challenges going on, both that will soon need to be delivered. Stay safe, be healthy, let peace be, as Simon says. And I hope to see you again in 2 weeks when I'm organizing another special episode where we'll tell you about what happened on the Chaos Connect days in Sofia. I'll get some of the people there and we'll all come over to tell you about it. And until then, as you know, don't forget to rock on Linkin Park and electric music, Daft Punk. And keep it real, my friends. It was a pleasure. Much love.
Bye.
Goodbye.